How's it going, everybody? We are trying something a little bit different today. I reached out to a bunch of homies over on the NA to see how many players could we potentially guarantee over for the NA, and I decided to. Is this a little bit that's a little bit fuzzy looking, isn't it? Hold on, let me see if I can hit it with a slightly brighter light real quickly. Enough? Is it still fuzzy looking? Kind of. Well, like the more light I give it, the better it looks, I guess. But is that a little too bright? How does it look now? It's like shadow, right? It's like a shade that makes things fuzzy, right? Hold on. You can kind of see it, right? Right below my hand, right? Right below my hand. So it's like a shadow more than anything. Huh. Is it this side maybe? Because I have two lights. Make this a little brighter. I don't know if that'll fix it, but maybe that'll make it a little better. I don't know, dude. It's something with the shading. It looks like it's the chair, actually. I think it's this thing makes a shade for the chair. I can't fix that then. I gotta figure something out, dude. What I need is, I need another light behind me, below me, lighting up the green screen. Honestly, like a linear, like one of those like LED linear light. They're like faced up on the ground at the green screen. That would fix it, dude. That would fix it. We're gonna try something a little bit different today, boys. Normally we'd be doing NA duels today, but I am gonna start off with EU, and maybe we'll give NA a proper shot. But we're at least starting making groups over with the EU. That's a bit dusty. This? Are you talking about the chair? Hold on. Was the chair dusty? Was the chair looking dusty? I was talking about like this little like outline behind here. It looks like dust. It's shade, right? It's shadows. Like I move my arm, it actually gets a little bit brighter. Oh, I did. I hate the whole green screen thing. I've never been good at that, honestly, dude. I love having a green screen, but I've never really been good at it. I also almost never see it myself. I usually have the chat cover like a good portion of the stream. Just because I feel like when I see myself on OBS at all times, I like get super self-conscious or whatever. Yeah. The video we're talking about? Okay. I was thinking like dust in the chair. I'm like, I'm trying to keep this thing clean, man. Best way I can. But yeah, we're gonna start off with EU duels today. Hope I got my music right at the very least. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. EU! I don't know how fast we're gonna make these groups. We're gonna definitely give it a shot, though. I have a secret tech on arms, so these MFs don't show up. I'm a bit pissed. I need a rat. Really? Hold on. You need a rat to fight against? Is that what you mean, WAP? Beyond and 2? Sounds good. Morning from Australia, mate. What's up, layout? How do my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Hell yeah. We're gonna try to see if we can give EU, to start things off with, a chance at some duels. I don't know how fast we're gonna put these together, but definitely tell your friends, tell your homies, man. Tell all of the boys. We're gonna definitely give these a proper try. I'm gonna start up with EU, and then we'll get some NA games going. Yeah, I think that's how we'll do it. I think I'll do it. Do I don't want to enable? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Johnny already making a group. Let's go, dude. Let's go. So if y'all want to join in, we're gonna have these groups listed over at let me see. Here we go. Here's the copy paste thing. Is this what are the words that starting the Reds and going? Wait, what? I can't see the chat for a second. It says message pinned, and it's covering up what you're saying. If this is what my other warriors are stating, then Reds are going to get nuked with SOV up. Shield of Vengeance. Oh, I see now. I see. Yeah, I heard some shield tech with shields and stuff. I heard about that. Yeah. Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting, actually. Yeah. All right, do I need to join a group and help, by the way, or do I need to make a second group? Should I just make a second? I'll make a second. I'll start a second one. We got ourselves a multi-core group, boys. If y'all want to join in, more than welcome to. Gonna try to see if we can put some groups together tonight. Adwo, hey Adwo, join 5v5 Duels, friend. Yeah, let me see if he's down for it. See if we can get Adwo in on these. Gabber, he's already in the thing by the looks of it. Is Horsley want to join in? Hey Bilbo, want to join Duels? I'll ask. I might as well, man. Hey, and Alex, Duels? See if this man is down to join or not. Inator? I don't remember who Inator is, but he's in the grasp. I think it was there yesterday. Not full geared, but I gotta try a few. Okay. Yeah, we could get Adway in on these for time being, I guess. Yeah, as we fell. Who else do I? Johnny's already in the group. Hey, those tonight? Oh, Carner, hold on a second. Let's see if this guy's down. Plush already got 5? Wait, Plush, are you with the same team as Johnny? You already got 5? Do you and Johnny just like get a squad together real quick? Holy moly, my guy. That is quick. Hey, Carner, wanna join 5v5 Duels? See if Carner's down for it, dude. I like doing my Carner once in a while. Hello, I'm Plush's team. Okay. We'll see what Alex said. Alex responded back. We'll see what it says. You guys already got 5? That is wild to me. We normally never do duels on EU on Saturdays. So the fact that you guys have a group is crazy. Crazy. Hey, wanna join 5v5 Duels? Want to join it with me? It's up to you, man. Whatever you want to do, honestly. Azir, how you doing, my guy? Welcome. Hey, how you doing, my guy? Sure. Oh, and Alex is joining in too. Hold on. Let's get you in here. Let's get him in here. We got Theodore. Oh, hold on. I almost got a 5-man myself. Okay, I need somebody who can be a BNet friend of mine. Maybe just like send Johnny my way, and then this group is set. You guys will need a +1, but like I'm sure you can get a +1 real quick. Hold on a second. Yeah, I just need somebody on BNet who does the groups and stuff. Yeah, maybe just send Johnny my way. Theodore, how you doing, my man? Hope you're doing good. Lemon roll, get in here, dude. We gotta. Oh my god. I know we just stole a guy from you, but like, this is crazy. The fact that we got groups this early. Dude, NA would never. NA would never. What is this? Should we just do duels on EU on weekends or something? I don't want to trade out my NA boys. I want to give him a shot. Okay, so if anything, we will definitely give NA a proper shot. We'll see what happens. Oh, Eloise. Hey. See if you can join. If you can join. Okay, I think Eloise joined the other group. Beautiful. Beautiful. We are set. Hell yes. Alrighty. We are ready then. Oh my god. Okay, lemon roll. I'll need to remove you. Okay, we are gaming. As in Dalaran gaming. Okay, I stopped. We play. Good one. We are gaming. Adwin needs a relog. He relogging real quick. But he is playing. Yeah, I'll give Adwin like a second and we'll get in here. I got time for 1-2. We just filled the groups. Sorry. Can let you know if we got an open spot or something. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Alrighty. Invite spectator match. Lemon roll. I like the name lemon roll. Plush 5 and a grand 1. I messed it up somewhere. Here we go. Wait, you're NA. Starting with EU. Plan on doing NA at some point, but starting with EU. And that doesn't say WoW 24/7, it's not fair. And that doesn't say on WoW. Oh, come on, bro. This is not 24/7. This is just evening time over for the EU, man. It's just evening time. That being said, yeah, I feel like it is definitely one of those like come and goes waiting processes of like an expansion. Some expansions, NA is just gaming constantly, while EU is like barely on. Like Dragonflight was pretty bad for EU in general. Like there was just not a lot of plays. Shadowlands was huge for EU, dude. There were so many people constantly playing, even though it was like literally the worst state the game has ever been in our lifetime. Like objectively, right? Like, I think we can all agree. I don't think there's anybody that's out there like a secret, like, oh, I'm actually kind of like a closet Shadowlands enjoyer. You know what I mean? Like that was bad. Sure. What's up, fam? What's up, commentary gameplay? No commentary. Yo, do you actually do gameplay with no commentary? Should I do that? It's just like... Does that? I do, my man. I pretty none of the night playing PvP, not just these. Yeah, might be the case. No, you know, they do play, it's just they play at like 3 in the morning. It is wild, man. You get games at 3 in the morning. So Twitch. Missing somebody on team 2, but hopefully they'll be able to pop in here in just a second. We got Admo first, and I'm coming back to the game after a while. I love the trench coat you got going on. Oh, looks so good. God, it's such a clean mog. It's so simple. We've been asking for trench coats since BFA, dude, because the Coterans have a bunch of little trench coats there. There's still like variations, and they had fur on like the inside of the jacket pockets or whatever. Like what is that flap around like the neck or whatever of a trench coat? Yeah, there's like fur and all that. It looked good. It looks so clean. Try to see if you can get him some demons rolling. Jay is gonna back up out of there for a second. As soon as you get demons going by the demonology, though, that's usually where a lot of pressure is gonna come in. I think that might be a bit of lag for Jay, because that mortal coil set you behind. It's almost teleported you back for a moment. Stun on a Jay might be a block right here. It's gonna be a block with Admo getting quite a lot of big value damage pretty early on. He's in a great spot right now in terms of just overall damage. He's in a great position to give the pressure. The ice block not really doing too much in terms of healing for Jay. Him playing Arcane too, he definitely needs to get a big ramp up going. That's a lot of cooldowns. He does. I don't know if he got big shields either. Like those big shields, they kind of nerfed with Arcane quite a decent bit. So I don't really know if you spec it to that anymore. Got barrages, but unless you can get yourself like a proper big go, right? Trying to land a poly, trying to get a setup, but it's just it's impossible for an Arcane right now to do so. It's just not in a great spot, man. Pour it out for Admo. As Plush is actually approaching him, is going to be a road. Pet in a good position to Axtos. Is going to be a gateway. Summoning up a Charhound really quickly. That is going to be a Cloak of Shadows really early for Plush. For Admo, might have been a Mortar Coil though. I don't know though. It's going to be a Shadow Meld for a moment. As it is Deathmark, Kingsbane, everything is available. That's an opportunity for Plush to just absolutely truck the damage into Admo. That's going to be really bad for the Warlock. Massive Envenoms. Does get himself a heal. Wall to follow. Fear for a second to break apart the damage for Plush for just a second. It's going to be a cheap shot right after. At no health whatsoever. Could be in that execute range. Does he go down? Trying to survive. It's going to be just the rogue going for the big hits. Does get the execute on the Warlock. But do you still have like a Doom or something that's about to proc? No, you don't. Oh my god, that was just so much damage. What's up, Shane? I do, my man. That was a dude. He just trucked everything at the Warlock. And it's not like the Warlock doesn't have damage of his own. It was just really clutch. Oh, that's what you mean by Azur's gameplay. That's what you mean. Azur's in here. Okay. We got Azur's back in. I like the mog. Look great, man. Tabard looks good, but I always found that Tabard like really hard to make mogs with. Right? If that's the season 1 Dragonflight Tabard, yeah, that one I found always hard to make mogs with. It's gonna be Fire Mage, dropping down meteors into the Plush with those moments to create some cover. It's gonna be Flame Strikes with a gouge to follow. That is gonna be an attempt at a Ring of Frost. Plush does not have any defenses to live this. Is that mastery built up? Because if that mastery is built up, it's going to be cheap death proc at the bare minimum. That is going to be cheap death proc with those procs. Needs to pick up, needs something to live. But that's if I'm blind. But those flame strikes, man, are not feeling good at all. Wait, are you just dead to a flame strike and a Phoenix Flame? Because that dot damage is starting to look pretty dire. Oh, it does take him out with a flame shock, I think. No, flame shock. Fire Blast. It's going to be Eloise up next. Got himself I-Beam. Definitely needs to find a way to close the gap with Azur's. Ultra is available. Meta to follow him. Does get himself the big Fell Eruptions, but needs to make sure that they're using those Fell Eruptions next to Azur just to make sure that that Demon Fire hits. Explodes right next to the Mage. As they're going to go for a quick reset. Eloise Are you lagging also like Jay? Because it looked like there was a little bit of like this blinking around going on. Maybe it's just me actually. Maybe it's just me watching EU duels and I'm just the one lagging. And you guys ain't. Azir's the best at dueling. I want to throw Azir's against like a full team of 5. Hopefully we can get a 5th for team 2. But right now Eloise and Blaggy are gonna have to find a way to iron this out and play as the one-man army. That or a teamwork. If they can take out 2 players each, they're going to be golden. Eloise tried to get a setup versus Azir's, but the mage already got a repositional. Azir's is in a great spot right now, stunned by Eloise. Has himself the advantage here with shields and everything. It all comes down to Blaggy to bring it back for his team. He's got to find a way to get through not only Azir's, because so far it's had a fantastic run. We got Lemon in the back. We got us Alex. I was thinking there was like a one eyeball Cyclops looking mock, but you're a bird. Wait, you also are a bird. How many of you guys are birds? I actually am not a big fan of that Darkman Fair bird mask thing, honestly. I think it's kind of cool if you make like an Arakoa style Mog and like a Worgen, because a Huncho were looking like Arakoa, but like I'm not a big fan of it myself. It's going to be a port for Azir's. Might be looking for a block here. It is going to be a block. Blaggy able to get quite a bit of damage actually. For Azir's, I think he's going to have to play around the cauterize. Might even have to play the cauterize super aggressively, just like proc the caught, but stay hyper aggressive for like every global of it. Flare down, does get avoided into a breath. That's going to be tricky. Trying to get a freeze on the Blaggy. Does get himself a juke on the kick. This could be an opportunity to get some kind of CC setup. Goes in for Meteor. Shift the power behind the pillar. I think he might have to combine shields, like defensive shields, together with offensive damage. Is going to go for a call. Combustion. Seeing Blaggy super low, he decided, I'm just going to go for it. Blast. And got 3. Well, no, well done. I want to definitely throw him against like a full 5-man enemy team. So we'll see if Flush will get a 5th real quickly here. Hopefully. Unless he needs a body, then we can get something going. Let's do Shaman the NC. Okay. We're good. We can get another going. Let's get another one going. Because Goras apparently swapped to Shaman, and he was mid-swap as Flush got the Q. So, yeah. So Goras never got a chance to play. Let's get back in there. Definitely get a Jurors in there as soon as possible, man. I want to see that guy play. Are we good? You're ready. All right, I'm gonna send you guys into a Toll Veron. I am doing mages. Wait. What I did here just now is I typed in Toll space Veron. Normally you have to add like a little what do you call that? It's not a quote. What do you call that, chat? For Toll Veron, it's like Toll Veron. It's like a little like a quote, but without like double quotes, just one. What do you call that? Off the top of my head. Somebody here gotta be smarter than me. But normally I have to type that in for like map names, because it needs to be very specific, because Blizzard used to like apostrophe. Yeah, okay, apostrophe. So Blizzard used to be very, very like specific on it, right? Like you have to type in exact name of the map. So Tolveron, I could just type in the word arena. I had to type a part of the name, but I had to type in Tolveron, and if I didn't like add an apostrophe in there, it would break, it wouldn't work. That time I just put a space. So I think it just needs a portion of the word. I guess they treat the apostrophe as like a space now, which works for me. That makes it that much easier for me to like do cue the arena. There's another arena that has like a very specific name. I forget which one, but that was really, really nice, honestly. Made it easier for me. Yeah. Switch. Got ourselves Blaggy gonna be first up and running over for the team 2. It's gonna be first up on this team. But this one I want to send out Azure to get a chance here. No, Theodore is gonna go. They're trying to figure it out. Blaggy ain't attacking just yet. They just also trying to figure out who's gonna be. Or is he sending it back? Is that explosive trap? Is like, no, go back. I want somebody else. Is that just like an actual opener? Or is that like, no, I don't want you. Send me somebody else. That'd be hilarious if we just did a switcheroo just now. Theodore, I was trying to see if we can pull it back at the start. It's gonna be a binding shot. Blaggy got a lot of damage out for Theodore. Walling and not using a trick and trying to see if he can maybe survive this. Is gonna go for Bulwark Totem. Looking for that healing. For Blaggy an opportunity to maybe go aggressive, but definitely trying to make sure that he doesn't stay in melee for too long with Theodore being a handsome shaman. He's a little worried about that primordial go. It is going to be big. Totem build. Your totems are way up above in the sky. No, that is not what you... I'm pretty sure that's not what you wanted. Totems are just observing you, guarding you, but they couldn't guard you from above there. That is unfortunate. That was a stun totem and a proper setup for the man. And he just ended up going down after the wall. Bulwark is down. Literally nothing left. Nothing left. And survival hunters are pretty deadly. NA isn't throwing the line. Yeah, enough again. No, we're gonna try NA later. Absolutely. It's just we're starting early with EU, and then we're giving a proper shot. Lemon roll with a stun immediately. Blackie just trying to see if he can back up out of there instantly. It's gonna be a ring piece to try to stop him. Celestial, the images do connect with that Celestial, so as long as those images are next to you, both of them, that is a huge portion of your damage because they're like a 45% of your damage. So you're only missing a little, but you get still quite a bit of damage from range. Stun onto Lemon, and this is where Blackie's just gonna go for a little bit of a reset around this pillar. Not really like a full reset, but he's just trying to make sure that he always has range over this man out as best as possible. Sounds good. Alrighty, so Plush may have to AFK for like a short moment at some point. Plush, if you do need, if you check out does come in, set yourself auto running into a wall, because that sometimes stops it from just randomly DC'd. Yeah. Stun onto Lemon Roll. Does go for a leg sweep. I think it just might be out for Blackie. There's just not much you can do, dude. A Monk setup is massive. Just a couple of globals, handful of globals is all they need to get themselves set up properly for a go there. With the stun right now by Eloise, trying to see if he catch up. Lemon got himself plenty of mobility, avoiding the Sigil of Fire. For Eloise, all they need right now is to set up a proper like meta with all the Demon Fire procs back to back to back. And then it'll be good to be golden. They just need to find like a way to lock down Lemon in place. And if they could do so, that could be quite a decent bit of damage. Although I've seen like a huge majority of Demon Hunters switch over to Eldraki. They did break Eldraki for a little bit, but I think you can actually go back to Eldraki again. I think it works now. Metamorphosis with a stun right after. Do you have the damage to follow up? These explosions that happen for the Demon Fire, by the way, are all around the DH, so you really gotta be positionally there. Full stun. Lemon trying to see if he can turn this around. Eloise does have... Oh, wait. Whoa, no. They used an immunity, but I think they canceled it immediately. I think if you hit... Do you have like the key macro where like you can remove it with the same keybind? Might have been a panic popping and then remove it instantly, but definitely did use immunity. It just fell off as soon as they pressed it. That was a forge. Goras on the full ascent, just sending the damage into Zuen if they cannot reach Lemon Roll. I feel like I get the name Zuen wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Zuen, but I just call him Zuen. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it is Zuen, but Zuen is easier. And Zuen is actually pretty easy too, because letter Z is actually like a letter in Cyrillic. So it's like, I can do that. It just sounds weird. It does sound American enough to me. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound natural in that style. But it's going to be full burst out of Goras that Lemon was able to avoid. He's kind of trying to see if he can bait Goras behind the pillar. I think he's going to try to play around that pillar play as much as possible here. Zuen. Exactly, Theodore. Exactly. Zuen. I mean, that just... I'm pretty sure that is correctly how you would say it is Zuen. And like if you speak Russian or any of the Slavic languages and you have that letter, yeah, it's pretty easy to say. There's literally a letter for that sound. It is kind of perfect. Full Fist of Fury out for Lemon. As Goras does dip down. Trying to go for slicing. Oh, dude, the prep, dude. The slicing with prep like a Plunderstorm. That is so good. It's going to be a send. Out for Goras, leaping in. This is where Lemon trying to figure out whether he wants to stay in or get out. Does go for the big roll and a quick charge over. Went for a knockup. I'm not really sure what that was for. Might have been an accident. Full Karma with a Celestial. This Goras, how much a shield does down. Can you live this though? That is a lot of damage. Knocked back into Lemon. Trying to see if he can roll over. Lasso does go for a trinket. Goras is so low though, dude. The Monk's damage. It's kind of good, ain't it? Monk damage is very, very good. Plush has to be the guy to eliminate Lemon though. He has to be the man to do it. Sap on a Lemon. Garrote to follow. Is Plush trying to see if he can get himself a proper setup here with a kidney. Do you have yourself a big go? Or you're just gonna kind of cheat, chill. Deathmark is in. Lemon is just gonna die to bleeds. Yeah, Lemon is just dead to bleeds. There's nothing he can do. Well, he does go for 4 Brood. That gives him a little bit of health to work with. But he's just dead. Yeah, Plush is just trying to stay on him the entire time. Making sure to get kicks. Yeah, Lemon, it's a matter of time. Even Lemon just stopped at some point. Like, yeah, I'm in that execute range. Nothing I can do. Deathmark bleeds. Yeah, it's over. And what's going to be up next, though? This is going to be a bit of a tough matchup. Last time Plush did go in with all cooldowns, all land, add one. Which is not easy by any measure. But... he was able to break past his defenses. It was literally everything. All offenses and defenses got sent at each other immediately. Sap of the pet. Stun onto Advo. You going for a dark pack, by the way, with a shield, actually does stop your pet from breaking out of sap early because you're absorbing the damage, not taking it to health bar, and the pet can't spread the damage if it's into a shield, which is interesting. Mortar Coil, plus you're just done. Cheat death unless you have an out. Yeah, there's just not much you can do. Surrounded by so many demons. And that is the worst part about fighting against the demonology, unless you can escape those demons. If you're just getting hit by them constantly, they are highly effective. Jay, trying to see if he can mosey over towards Advo, who's just trying to see if he can maybe get himself that corner strat around the pillar, trying to secure the gate, trying to secure the port. And all he has to do really is just send more demons at Jay, and if he's unable to really deal with them effectively, did attacking the demon break your first aid, or did you just like stop it yourself? I'm actually not sure. Axos on a Jay does not have a blink for this one. Ultra time is available, trying to let a poly. Mortical, Adwo does go for a trick, and Jayhawk with a trick himself. Does get a kick on Adwo, but only interrupted fire. So he's still able to cast quite a decent bit of his damage. And Jay is trying to see if he can get himself some kind of a burst go, but Adwo is nowhere near to be found. Does have a gateway in case he needs to. Has himself the pillar. Jay's under a lot of trouble. Lagging, I think, a little bit. May need a block here on this. Or I guess he's just dead? I think lag might have killed him there, honestly. That is unfortunate. Lemon does pick up 3, though. Monks are so good, man. They kept nerfing some of their kit, but it doesn't feel like they want monks to be out of the game either, right? They're so good right now. Between Slice and Wiz, Conduit. I mean, this is the play, man. This is the way to go. Monk seems really good right now. Alrighty, let's get us another going, boys. Johnny and Plush, let me know when you guys are ready. And we'll get us another one rolling. What we could also do is what we did yesterday is switch groups around after like 3-4 rounds or something. That could also work. Let's send you guys into a hook point. Send you into the hook, if possible. Where are we at? 612? Jesus, dude. 600 recordings of this. Crazy. That's a lot of games. Bro, one team is so strong in Azure's, the other team will always win. That's what I was thinking, like, it might be not a bad idea to, like, mix up the groups a little bit, right? I also think I think it all depends, too, right? Because, I mean, Plush did really good for the games that he was running, right? I think some matchups are a little bit tough for them, to be honest. To be fair. Alex hasn't really got a chance to play whatsoever. Azure's barely got a chance to play. But worse and worse, we might be able to switch things up a little bit. Plus, Jay was on Arcane. And Jay started off playing Arcane, but I would say that Jay's strongest specs are definitely Frost. Even Fire's pretty good, but Jay's definitely a lot better on Frost. I think it fits him like a glove. That and Frost is just really strong. Which? We got ourselves Adwo over for the team 1, ready to go. We got ourselves Azure's, Lemon, Theo, and Alex finally get a chance to play. Are those the blue lightsabers? So you got the blue lightsabers with the red Dragonflight Season 2 elites. Not elite, 2100, 1950 rating enchant, I think it is. It looks good. I like the purple that it creates, unless that is like normal. Actually, no, I think the purple might be the Shadow Flame part, isn't it? Blaggy is going to be first up, trying to see if he can get some dot damage onto, or not dot damage, but exposed to shot damage, some line of sight damage onto the warrior. Does end up spearing him down, Turtle to follow for Blaggy to find an escape, and now he just can't really do much at the moment, but that wasn't anything, enough cooldowns to force all those defenses. Does have a Blaze Storm, preventing any of the charge traps from slowing him down. Quite a bit of damage setting up into Blaggy, does get himself a short stun. Now he still has plenty of health and a big defense to work with in case he needs to. Shockwave to stop Blaggy's big go with the Fury of the Eagle. Massive stun short onto the Hunter, trying to see if he can land an escape. Shot him out for just a second, will not be able to camo. Oh, the freezer trap does stop him though. Oh no. Try to see if he can find himself an escape. The Hunter is in a bit of a dive straight right down. Does land a camo, setting up for Magefoot, but immediately whirlwinded down. One execute, just so needs one more reflect up. Oh, landing that big old execute, letting those swords come down. That's crazy. It was 2100 for Dragonflight one? So was it for War Within that they changed the enchants to 1950 or whatever? I mean, the difference between 1950 and 2100 are very low. But like, I feel like some players do have a hard time like really like getting over that over the lip of 2100. But it's like, it's all basically in the same ballpark. anyway. It's all relatively close to each other. You know what I mean? At least I think so. Flush is going to try to see if he can go full dots on Alex. And Alex might be in a lot of trouble here. Does land a fear. He does have offensive cooldowns coming back up, so maybe he can combine Avatar together with something. Does get a charge, no trinket. I don't think he's going to live this unless he goes for Rallying Cry and has a heal. Stun. Rallying Cry just to give him more health. He needs to go for like a full damage go. Spear onto Plush. This could be the play. Cloak Shadow. Plush can stop it. Disarm for a second. Does the only thing holding Alex back. Does go for a leap just to give himself a little bit of health breather. But that damage he was doing to Plush was enough to start pressuring the rogue. And I don't know if you're taking damage to bleeds anymore. Might be able to wait him out for second wind. Maybe. Pick up mage food. I don't know if you got mage food. Definitely grab mage food if you can. It is going to be cheap shot by the rogue. Still have Avatar rolling in for a little bit longer. The rogue does not have enough to finish you off though. Does go for a trinket to escape that charge. You do have a heal coming up very, very soon. Self-heal as well as a Warlock Hellstone off cooldown in a bit. Oh, it does use it immediately. You do have a self-heal. Great Blade Storm stopping the rogues. Go. Flush does need to get himself some sort of a setup. Get a shot. You have a trinket. You have a defensive though. You just trying to spend one or the other. Leap around the trinket for the blind. Gouge onto Alex. Does have the executes. It's going to be a shockwave for a second. War Stomp. Trying to get his weapons back for one execute. Another intro rampage. Does he have enough? Does Plush have enough bleeds or anything? Or is Alex just dead? No shot. This rogue just turned this around. Alex is looking very, very healthy, but he is bleeding out. Kingsbane is on him still. The rogue looking for a reset. Oh, I think it's over. No shot. Wait, Alex is still alive for a second there. I was thinking one more global. You send that global into a Stormbolt, however. That was probably the right play, but man, I think you just needed literally one more hit. I think I would just try and execute there. That was crazy. How did Plush live that? Oh, just to go out by Primordial Storm. That is rough work. Goras is going to be up next. Full ascent onto Theo. Theo may need some defenses here. That or line aside. Just trying to see if he can find some cover away from the storm. That is Goras. That ascent. Wind strikes are just brutal. He is able to live this a little. Intro route to follow. That's perfect. Burrow down for a second. I think he's looking for a knockup. Or maybe I was thinking that Goras is going to go breaking out of that route. That's why he burrowed. Because now you don't have a defensive. One less defensive to work with. Also, his totems keep getting caught on walls and like pillars and stuff. Theater now. Hopefully his totems don't keep doing that forever and ever and ever. Goras does get rooted. Try to see if he go for Sunder. Does not connect. He's going to go underground for the Primordial Storm. Avoiding the hardest hitting ability from Theo. Does not get a knockup though. That's going to be a bloodlust for Theo for a second. Got himself a decent setup. Goras getting kind of low. Both of their health is really low. Could be his game. Wall for Goras. I think he's going to try to see if he can just go for the finisher. Is it going to be enough though? Theo has low health. Like a Lassa. Doesn't a break into immediate trinket from Goras. It's going to be a huge go. Tempest out of Goras. Last little lightning strike to bring him down. Does end up taking it. Man. That is rough. I'm sad. Mage Jin putting your foot down. Oh, that is unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Like, oh wait, do we have food? We have Warlock Hellstones, but do we have food? If you have a Warlock or a Mage in your team, it's perfectly fine to use like Warlock Hellstones and food. Like mostly because like you're probably gonna grab it anyway, right? I can't really make rules on that whole like, oh, don't grab Warlock Hellstones if you're not a Warlock. I can't control that, chat. I cannot control that. People are gonna grab it anyway because most Warlocks will drop a soul well, not make a personal. What'd you do to him? It's just like a pile of dust, but purple. What happened? It's going to be Goras getting blasted out by Pyros back to back. Does have himself a big bulwark, but that's going to be one big defensive that he'll have for a minute. Unless he can stop this damage, stop the bleeding, it's just going to be over as Azur's does end up taking him out. Eloise charging in, immediate stun onto Azur's. Got himself a bit more of that shifting power to get some cooldowns back really, really quickly. Playing a Fire Mage, man, they get a bite to them. That Meteor Comet Storm combo in particular is really good. Frostfire as a Fire Mage seems really, really good right now. It's even gotten better for PvE too. Looks like people are playing it again. I don't know if they're playing it for Mythic Plus, but definitely for raids. Our Mage is playing it in raid. And it actually works out really, really well. Definitely great for some burst damage. Pyros onto Eloise, just building up the mastery. And that mastery is not a joke either. It actually is a decent bit of damage. Immune for Eloise, they just try to see if you cut across. Azir still can land polymorph while immune is active. It's immunity to damage, not to crowd control. Drop it down Meteor Comet, then Eloise is able to avoid it. Dust of Darkness, Blur is available. Definitely start using something. Try to go for a hunt onto Azir, who goes for a meld, I think. Trying to land a hunt is going to be able to almost, no, did not go for the proper hunt. Instead, Azir's actually got himself like the biggest combo go there. Got himself a random combust proc. Or ONYXIA combust? I think it was random combust. Man. That was wild. What was that damage? I thought Eloise had just enough health to be able to like reconnect and let Hunt start to heal her a little. But like, I have no idea. Frostbomb out for Jay. Does he go for the stun? He doesn't go for the stun play. He's just going to go for Shatter. There's going to be immediate block for Azir's. He knows there's going to be a lot of damage. And I guess he just didn't really have a way to counter it for the time being. So he decided, I'm just going to block it. Just going to use it here. He will have to get through 2 blocks of Jay, but Jay got, look at that dude. He's got himself that angle perfect with those flurries, bunch of shatter damage, got himself lances to follow up with procs too. That's going to be a quick interrupt on the Jay though, as Azir's belting him with a bit of the Pyroblast damage, building up that mastery burn, and it's trying to see if he can just chill behind the pillar for quite a decent bit. But those Frosty spells are slowing the approach. Breath does not connect, does give Azir's an opportunity to make some kind of a go here. Jay looks like he's out of procs, out of instance for the time being, but Azir's can just keep on pumping damage at him. So while he's out in the open, as long as he's not CC'd, he's okay. Does go for the trinket. Azir's, I think, dropping down altar, does get an altar. And Jay's health is actually starting to take a bit of a hit. That mastery burn to get with those pyros and phoenixes is starting to really hurt right now. Yeah, he's actually starting to take a bit of damage. The procs from Frostfire on top of it are also great too. Does get a full freeze, so Jay, even if he escapes the shield, he's just going to be CC'd. Unless he goes for a blink. I think that's what he's trying to see if he bait a blink out of him. Does bait a blink. That's going to be a perfect opportunity. He can't go anywhere. Got himself a bit of the ultra. Brett to follow for Jay. Does get himself a poly. Does he go for a proper go here with a stun? He's going to try to. It's going to be a blink for Azir's though. Yeah, immediate blink. Meteor does connect. Still got a big shot of procs, but Jay does go down. I don't even know what Azir's did to him. Just burned him down. The fire, man, just popping off, man. Well done, well done. Let's get us another one going here, boys. Yeah, one of my sort of eyes. Gotta give Alex, dude, a bit of a rematch there. He needs it. That was such a close one, Alex. It's actually wild. Do you think an Execute would have been enough? Because I know you use a global for a Stormbolt, but I wonder if like Execute would have taken the rogue out. Or would that be enough? Yes. Yes, we are. Remake? Yeah, we'll do one more with the groups that we have right now, and then we'll just like shuffle the groups around, yeah? How did that sound? Wasn't range for Execute, okay, maybe. Oh, yeah, actually, you're probably right, yeah. Maybe you're right. Yeah, I thought it was like up in melee, but I might be very, very wrong on that too. Alright, so we'll send you guys into like a Blackrock hold, I guess. So what we'll do is this. We'll send the teams as they are right now against each other. And then I think we're going to reshuffle the teams a little, right? Just so we can kind of separate the power out of the groups a little bit. So both Plush and Johnny, you guys will have to explain to your teams like, hey guys, we gotta reshuffle the teams. Like, you're all welcome to keep playing. We're just gonna relist them, remake the groups and relist them in LFG. You just join back in and we'll try to, you guys will try to pick like different names, right? Shuffle some people around. So we could have like, you know, like Azir's versus Alex or Azir's versus Advor. We could get like Blackie versus Goras combos, right? Yeah, we're doing it. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Try to type in black, figure out how little you have to type. For Blackrock hold, yeah, I probably can type in the word black and that'll be enough. I type in Rook because there's no other map with the name Rook. I usually just do that. Alrighty, let's see if we can get ourselves another one going here, boys. Alright, switch. Did I save that other one? Hopefully I did. Advo, not gonna be first up. Lemon, gonna be first up. Him and Plush, a bit of a rematch though. Lexi and Plush just go for the trick and blind to follow. Trick and burned by both of these competitors. Lemon though only had to use AI Storm Earth and Fire, one charge of it. But he still has Joanne, he still has himself Celestial. So next go onto Plush could be deadly. Not having a Karma, however, I think it put him in a really weird spot. But it's going to be really a chess match between the Rogue and the Monk. Plush has an Earth Shield. I don't know if you can remove it or not. I can't control the Earth Shield, by the way. I can't do much about it. It's going to be Cloak Shadows for Plush. Does get a Sheep Shot onto Lemon. Trying to see if he can have some proper go. Main unit evasion on top of this one. Taking a lot of damage, though. Does go for the advantage. The blades are on Lemon. Oh, wait, no, you're not even assassination. You're subtlety. Never mind. Plush, can you remember the Earth Shield real quick? I didn't realize you would be able to live that go there. Yeah, go ahead and put an Earth Shield on, yeah. I don't know if you can remove it or not. I don't know if it's going to end up helping him much. Goras cheating? I guess in a way. Can you remove the buff or can you not? He might be too focused, honestly. He might be too focused. Is it healing him a lot? That is another question I'd like to know. Maybe he's healing him a ton. Who knows, honestly. Oh, he does get removed. There it is. It's gone. There it is. We're good. We're good. I think Goras might have moved it to somebody else or something. It is going to be a plus. Getting locked down in the Fist of Fury quite a decent bit, but Lemon does not want to stay in. He's actually just trying to see if he can go for a bit of that hit and run for plus. This gives him opportunities to go for a gouge. Still has evasion from what I could tell. So he still has himself a way to escape. Does have evasion. And Lemon, he kind of knows that he can't really do too much to plus while evasion is up. A lot of his attacks are just going to end up missing. And does put him in a situation where he could get locked down. Big stun. Doesn't give him the eviscerates he's looking for. Trying to get some damage. He's able to dampen some of that eviscerate damage. The shadow damage is definitely able to take care of that easily. Slice and wins and does get himself, I think, a touch of death at the end. With Eloise charging an immediate karma for Eloise. I don't know if they just want to fight through a karma. That is a lot of damage you're fighting through that karma. Looking for a couple of those lances. But those don't do enough. Is that all karma back? I think the lances will recover. Are you just dead? Yeah, you are dead, but the karma basically killed you. My god. I didn't realize you can't see. The karma stayed on. What is that? Okay. Oh, also we got Rick. Rick got a +1 buddy. So when we remake the groups, Rick, you're more than welcome to join in as well. When we reshuffle the groups, you're more than welcome to. Goras is going to be up next. Trying to see if he can catch up to Monk who just needs a slice of wins to escape. Again, the Plunderstorm strats are coming out strong here, boys, with Lemon Roll playing into his abilities. I love it, man. I love it. In cap onto Goras, was able to survive a lot of the, all of the ascendants, actually. That was all the cooldowns out of Goras. He still got himself zaps ready to go. Maybe even a Tempest or two, for all we know. For Lemon, he's just right now gotta find a way to catch a reset. That's all he could really do in this situation. We just try to see if we can get a reset, get himself a couple of fights. Goras needs to be very careful with those root totems. Stun totem could be massive. Try to see if he can take down the stun totem. Focus it down just to make sure he does not go off. Goras knocked up in the air for just a second. Slice and wins out for Lemon. Does get himself a leg sweep to follow. Knock back right after. Goras does have himself a wall here as well as a bulwark totem. That was a lot of defenses used. Sunder for a quick second. Does get himself the cooldowns rolling back in. That is going to be a karma to reverse the damage back to Goras. With Celestial, does go burrow underground, so he's not going to take a lot of damage from that AoE. As long as he can get himself some kind of like a counter go versus Lemon, he might be okay. The Tempest could be massive here. Try to see if he can get himself Bloodlust, might be enough. As long as he got himself the Maelstrom building, he will be able to stay in and play. He does get those lightning bolts really starting to do quite a decent bit of damage overall, though. He also got Doom Winds in case he needs to, so that can be combined together for additional Maelstrom generation. He also has Ghost Wolf, I believe, as well as the Ascendant's coming up very, very soon. And without Earthy Elemental, that does give him a little bit of extra health to work with. A nice little Battle Master's Trinket worth of health. Totems, though, not going to be able to connect. Double Totem does not clip Lemon with a double totem. Does have a leg sweep, has himself a proper go. Sunder for a second. There's still a lot of damage for Lemon. Got himself massive Fist of Fury. Oh my. Those Fist of Furies hit really, really hard after you use some Thunder Fist. Because then it's going to like condense the time of the Fist of Fury to be really, really short. So all that damage happens a lot quicker. That is wild. So whenever you see that little Yulon above the monk's head, that's how you know they're going to have a really strong Fist of Fury coming up very, really soon. So if you can stop it, that'll help tremendously. You're going to be a stun onto Lemon for just a second. With Blackie, try to see if you can just keep it in place. Yeah. Just ran out of options. The Monk so far has been super dominant this entire duel, but as soon as you catch him outside of those core cooldowns that he needs to play with, it's rough. Azur's gonna be up next, got him some big damage, shifting power right after. Black having to go for Turtle Shell and Exil here really, really early. I think he has to play a whole hit and run playstyle here if possible. Does get a freeze onto Azir's. I think he's just gonna have to play like long dot-based gameplay as a survival. I don't know how much dot gameplay he could really offer, but I think he's gonna have to play for like damage over time and try to not really get too close in melee with Azir's, because the damage you do while you get up close, you take a lot of damage as well. Wall is up, does get himself a body shot. It is not gonna connect with Azir's. We just need to get himself a stun. Does get a short stun. Wait a second, maybe ice block. Does get caught with the ice block. Hold on, Blackie might be able to pick this back up. Azir's is taking a lot of damage, but does have a lot of potential damage to return back to Blackie. With a breath, with a meteor, he could put him in a great spot. That is going to be a freeze on one of the images. Silence on Azir's for a second. Coordinated assault out for Blackie. Does he have enough to survive here? Pyroblast 1. Got himself a camera short with a grenade. Trying to see if he can end him, but Azir's does end up taking him out. That is so rough. Literally turned that man into some arcane dust. And Jay, you're the last one left, man. Good luck. This guy, Azir's, ain't easy to play around with. The grand duel of the wizards here. The dueling battle of the century. Fire versus ice. It actually is perfect as it could be. I just don't know if Jay is lagging or not. That's the problem. Because if he's kind of like all over the place and he's not really able to control his character super well, that it's going to be super one-sided. Brett does get to connect. Look at Jay, just kind of blinking all over the place. That's why I'm like wondering, like, is he okay? Is he able to play, or is it like all over the place for him? It's going to be a meteor coming down. Ray of Frost does get himself light aside. Lots of damage on Azir's. Trying to see if he can interrupt it. Does not get to go for a kick. That is a random proc combust unless it's a proper use of combust. Actually, I think that is a real combust. Trying to see if he can reverse damage back over Jay. But Azir's finds himself super low on health. Maybe, hold on. This could be the opportunity for Jay to bring it back. Does hit him with a frozen orb. Actually, no. He's able to avoid it with a Viz. He turned without a Viz last second to try to see if he can bust himself out of there. Jay does have him on the ropes, however. Brett, Meteor is still available. Warlock has some barely helping your 37% dampening, but it is helping a little bit. Sitting down for a little bit of mage foot. Breath out for Jay. Does go for a quick interrupt into a breath. Try to see if he can get that Meteor go, but Jay knows to block here early. Dampening super high. He better not lose any health. He has the second block he's used to. So he's actually okay. Azir sitting down for food whenever possible. Jay just got to be very careful. Because you don't get instantaneous heal from... Oh, no, you do get quick healing from the food, though. You don't get instantaneous huge chunk of food health, but you do get... you do have to sit there for like a second or two, but it does catch up really quickly. Azir does get himself images. Ring of Frost. She'll try to see if he can sit down and eat. But he's continuing to make sure to pal Jay to at least get the mastery dot rolling. So if Jay's ever on the retreat, that's where you're going to be able to push in. Those are the one side, Frozen Orb on the other. Just trying to stop the Frostmage from being able to eat. Brett to follow, does end up breaking. Does Jay have any shadow combos to follow up? Drew's got him some random proc combust. Unless it's a real combust. Second block out for Jay, so you don't look at has any outs. Neither does Azir, but so far he's been able to get 2 defenses out of Jay. So we'll see how it works out for him. Does sit down for food. Getting a lot of recovery. Jay just gonna go for cooldown reduction, also going for recovery, just in a very different way. Breath connects. Poly connects. You can't stun him, but you can go Frost Bomb. And you can go for a freeze. That'll be enough. Does go for the blink. He's gonna reverse blink. Does he have any follow-up? Trying to see if he can land a stun. Might be able to. Does get himself a stone full shadow combo. Jay does bring it back. No shot. He had to bait a blink out of the other mage before he could go for a proper stun lock combo. That was that was crazy good. Both of them played extremely well, by the way. Both of them played really well. Azir's and Jay. Damn. Jay definitely, I think, wanted to go for like a proper rematch there to try to see if he can get a 1-up. Try to see if he can reclaim some victory. I think Azir is still... Like, if we were to look at the two dueling each other, I think Azir is still ahead, but Jay being able to get 1 victory is super nice, man. That gotta feel so great. That gotta feel gratifying. Frost and Fire. The fact that both of them play so differently, but also kind of similar, because they're both mages. But like the shadow lockdowns for Jay is just super fun to watch. Jay might be in a bit of trouble though. That is Spear. I think it's over. I think it's just dead. Unless you can just waddle away. You are undead. No, doesn't matter. Now he just leaves on top of your dome and crushes it. 3 for Lemon, by the way. Well done. I didn't realize you won 3. All right, let's do a bit of a switcheroo for the teams. Let's do a bit of a mix-up. Plush and Johnny, explain to your teams that, hey, we're going to reshuffle the teams a little. Relist them back in LOG and have them join back up. We're going to be listing the groups in Molten Core, so if you guys want to join us there, look up for Molten Core, look out for 5V5 1v1 duel groups. If you're a team Lemon, join Plush. If you're a team Plush, Lemon, or Actually, just pick and choose. Sign up for both, and they'll figure out like who they're gonna pick up with their teams. Let's do that. Let's try to see if we can. I don't want the groups to like switch leads. I want to shuffle it around a little, right? You take like a person that already was in your team, but then take a new body. Take a person that was in your team, then take a new body, and do that. Yeah. Okay. Let me save those really quickly. I think I want to save this one first, actually. Yeah. And then we'll do a. Here we go. Save that. Where are you? Wow, Mario? He did, dude. He did. Let Goomba stomped on his head. I did a little slam down too. It is beautiful, honestly. It is beautiful. I haven't even had my coffee today, boys. That's how quick I try to get these up and running. I gotta do more invasion runs so I can get the full like plated set. Because I really like the plated like flames at bog or whatever. Also ready? Alright, Johnny, let me know when you're ready. Also, if you get Rick setting up, Rick got a buddy. Rick got a +1 that could join in. So Rick, you might see Rick setting up as well. If you do see a Rick, Johnny's group is up. If you guys want to join in, Johnny's group is up right now under Molten Core. You'll find him really quickly. You're on server Doomhammer? Is that a popular server on EU? Had to go lurking now. Thanks so much for coming by, Theo. You're more than welcome to join us, but more than welcome to lurk as well. Sup, how's it going, Jake? We're hosting Duels on EU again. I am going to try to see if like at 5 p.m. So in about an hour, we're going to try to see if we can get groups going for NA. But we're going to have at least another hour of EU. And if NA groups are just not happening, we might just be doing double EU for the next few weeks, boys. Just letting you know. Frost is mostly C, Tinker, at least as much damage, if not more. They definitely have shatter combos, but I feel like fire could just constantly just do damage. There's no like setup they're gonna do. They press combust or throw a meteor. They just throw damage out, right? They just throw damage out. At most, they just need to have a target like in place. Usually if you play with a rogue, they stun. You throw a meteor on that stun target. And then you do a lot of damage that way. But like Frost can do like shatter setups with his stun, or you can go with flurries. So you do have to like coach all your abilities with the Winter's Shield buff or something, right? So you can get some decent setups on it. Groups are up. Lemon. Nice. Go. Rick is in. Hell yeah. So we need two more. We need two more bodies. Anybody that wasn't Team Plush or wasn't Team Johnny, you could join back in. We just need two more boys. One more. That'll be good to go. I don't know if Frost is really tankier. I guess like double shields are pretty strong too. I'm in Plush group. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, if you want Team Plush, join Johnny. If you're not in a group right now. Johnny's got a group real quick, boys. Under Molten Core. Get him up and running here real quickly. And now you're good to go. Hell yeah, boys. Alrighty. We are good. Let's do a... What map do I do? Tiger's Peak. Wait, I actually want to do with tigers because it has an apostrophe there too. Don't just like add a tiger without the S? Would that no? Flashbang? I ain't gonna do... Should I do one game of Flashbang, boys? I mean, EU, if you guys are down for it, man, I'd be down for it too. Honestly. If you guys are down to do a Flashbang, dude, I'll do it. It's so bright though, you know what I mean? It's so bright though. That's much. Too much, man. Alrighty. Which. Alright, so we're still missing one on team 1. I think it's Johnny, right? Unless he is Azulian. No, he is Lemon. Okay, good. We got ourselves Azulian. Azulan? Yeah, Azulan. I'm gonna mess up your name. We got Azurs, yeah, Azulan and Azurs. We got ourselves Cardath. Again, some of these names, why? Like, these are such normal names. These are not like Cyrillic names. Why am I having a hard time, dude? Lemon Roll is an easy one. Nalix is an easy one. We got ourselves Darlemagne? Darlemagne, that could work. Yeah, Darlemagne can work. We got ourselves Eloise, Jay. We got Plush, Eric going back in. How do you skulk? What toy are you using to skulk around like that? It looked like a creeper. Man's got himself the Charhouse and Gloomhouse combo. He's doing it, dude. He's rushing it. He is cheesing. He is so cheesing right now. Oh, he's gonna get the pets in. Demon Hunter, Tyrant, immediately. Just gonna make sure this pets last as long as possible. Azurlane, literally running into the Demonic Legion right now. Instantly running into the Burning Legion. Stun to Rick, trying to see if you can follow up with a big hunt right after. I don't know what that Tyrant is doing, but that Tyrant just waddling over. That Tyrant decided Cardath and just gonna say hello. What is happening? Mortar Call, Azurlane does go in for a quick stun to follow, or at least trying to go for a quick meta. I'm so used. I don't know why I said stun. I guess I'm so used to meta being a stun from early days, but not anymore. Oh man, more demons summoned in. The reinforcements are back in, and Azurlane might be in trouble. I think it is over, dude. The Demon Hunters, the survivability of this class, man. It's such a glass cannon of a spec. I know that in lore, Demon Hunters are meant to be like super, you know, evadable, dodgeable, right? They don't fight demons while wearing heavy armor. In fact, they wear no armor just so they can be more nimble, more swift. But like for gameplay, it just does not work. They just get collapsed by all the demons. Alex chaining down Rick, who's gonna go for CC, trying to go for a stun, does not reach. I think he was going to go for a stun, expecting Alex to go for a trinket. Does end up making his quick getaway with a big gateway. Just need himself a breather, catch a little bit of healing, and now Alex is taking a bit of a beating while behind the pillar. Seeing Rick going for a bit of recovery, he knows he needs to react, he needs to make a play. Hand to go down is going to summon then Tyrant to follow with all those pets getting empowered, and Rick just got to hide and kite away for a long enough time. Now Alex just having to play Ring Around the Rosie with the guy. He's taking so much damage from those pets. Does go for a fear to spread him up real quickly. First aid for a quick second, but the big Dread Doggo does pick up some damage on the guy. Axos around the corner does get him some more Dread Stalkers. All Rick's got to do is wait. He's got the time on his side. Nalix does not have the time all the time in the world. He needs to find a way to get right on top of Rick and start massacring the guy. Blaze-Stone for a short second, but it was just a random proc from Slayer. Does get himself a charge towards one of the imps at the very least. Might just want to start slaying imps. Does that reset your impending victory if that happens? Because maybe you just start slaying imps to reset impending victory. Maybe that's what you gotta do. Did have to use Enrage Regen here. Does get himself a short charge towards Rick. Rick with a huge board to try to see if he can get out of there really quickly with a Demon Bolt right after. Axe toss to follow, summon up yet another Tyrant for Alex. I don't know what else he can really do in this situation. He's got Avatar. He's got the damage. Is it gonna be enough though? He's picking up some pressure. Rick with a wall. Alex in no hold whatsoever. Needs one leap. Needs one big go. Needs something, anything. Picking up health last second. Avatar's still available technically. He just needs to find his way over there, but I think he's just stuck. Spear does not connect on Rick, I don't think, and Rick doesn't have taken it. That was such a close duel between the two. That was crazy good. Both played excellently, but Lemon with a quick touch of death taken about. You know what? All that work, all that effort, that touch of death I think should be credited to Nalix. He put in the effort, taking the guy as low as he was. You gotta give him the credit. Bloods just go for a quick gouge. Get a shot to follow. Is going to be evasion, just trying to see if he can stop the leg sweep out of Lemon. Does go for a chip shot while midair. I haven't seen that in a while. That's like a classic WoW type of stun midair. Wait, did that actually just work? Did he just chip shot him midair? I mean, I think it was mid like charge midair. I would think he was trying to do mid charge. I don't think it was just jumping. I think that's why. That would make sense. But like in classic PvP, definitely like jumping midair against stunned. That is a thing. Unless there's no way that's a thing in retail still, yeah? No way. Big go potential by Lemon. Does go for a Fist of Fury parry onto Plush with a Cloak of Shadows. Mad damage of Plush trying to see if he can escape and vanish. Might just be enough. As long as he doesn't have dots, he's gonna be okay. That was a lot of damage. That was intense. Monk can just pick up some burst like that instantly. The amount of damage is underwhelming. I think their damage is fine, Christers. I think the ramp up they have for their damage, whether they're Felskard or whether they are Aldraki, is a little not ideal. I don't think that's what players really enjoy, right? I think it takes a little bit to like build up that damage before you really start hitting people hard. It's like a combo-based playstyle, but you gotta get like a stun lock. This is why they basically play like a rogue. They have to have proper like stun lockdown to chain CC on you so they can do the damage and get the ramp. When they can do it, it's a lot of damage, but it takes a little bit. I think the survivability could probably be a little better. I mean, I think at 2s and 3s, they're probably fine survivability-wise. They have good defenses. You're just in a 1v1 self-healing part of things. Like, you can't even talent for better self-healing. I think that hurts them quite a bit. That's, I think, in a kind of similar situation, too. Right, you have the Blood DK as part of your class tree. You have Vengeance Demon Hunter as part of your class tree. But you don't get any of, like, the self-healing elements of that tanks. Hell, Warriors have better self-healing with just second wind and some of their other passives. You know what I mean? There's plenty of other DPS classes with a tank off-spec. And they have better healing than those guys. And they're not even a hybrid class. In cap, onto plus. He actually has them enroll on a rope trick now. Cheap shot, that is going to be DR'd. Kind of low on health though, could be really bad. As a monk, you don't want to get caught low on health because you could go down. Trying to go for Celestial Conduit, not enough healing, but a lot of damage. Back to plus, does some evasion. So he's going to be okay. Slicing Winds does not connect. I think plus is going to stay in. Big DFA? No, he's not going to be able to DFA. That is going to end up getting parried. Oh, he still picked up the damage though. He still picked up the Shadow Strikes. He still does it though. He still pushes on through. Oh my goodness. Does get himself a blink with Azur's combustion ready to go, plus with the Cloak of Shadows. I don't know if he can catch an escape. Maybe with the gouge, but the mage is going to keep his distance. That mastery is built up quite a decent bit too. Yeah, you would need to gouge him, but that's over. Sippy Cup. Oh, Sippy Cup was in, but he did go around the bend. Next up is either going to be Jay. Yeah, it is going to be Jay, Eloise, as well as Darlemagne. Darlemagne? I'm going to go with Darlemagne. I'm doing it. I was a little light mode. Yeah, you know what? We'll do a flashbang arena once. We'll just do it once. We'll just see how it goes. It's an interesting arena with very small pillars too. So, but I think every time we played it, I don't think I've ever had a video of it. Maybe like one, but I don't think it ever really worked out super well. Just as a footage or nothing super overly exciting happened there ever. I could be wrong. Carnage is also another one. I feel like some arenas that work super well and others not as much. Not as much. Azur's does get himself a bit of a reset, though Jay just getting absolutely plastered by back-to-back Pyroblast, man. Scorching this guy little by little. He got shields. He doesn't have those Giga Shields that reset. He does have decent shields. I think Azur's plays for the Giga Shields, right? Does he? I guess we'll find out in a second. Maybe? I think it does. I think he does, because I don't think that's spell stolen or anything. Polly out for Jay. Gives an opportunity to go for a proper setup. Doesn't get a freeze onto Azur's. Does get himself the Shatters. With a Ray of Frost was huge. Azur's does end up blinking very aggressively to try to see if he can get an interrupt. Couple Pyros and a Phoenix Flame. He knows that he just needs a Pyro and a Phoenix Flame, and that's going to be enough to put Jay on a back burner. Literally on a back burner, burning in the back. Burning in the back of the room is what I mean by back burner. Try to see if you can throw down a frozen rope. Does not go past that corner of the wall, however. That is unfortunate. As Jay trying to see if he can just keep some kind of pressure onto Azure, just at least pelting him from a distance. But Azure is looking to catch himself a reset, maybe sit down for some food really quickly. I think it's going to be a reset for both mages, yeah. They might as well catch it. Azure's, I think... Technically, I think they're both very close because you still got Cauterize versus yet another block by Jay. So it could be anyone's game, honestly. Jay tried to go for a breath, does not connect. Azure's actually pulls him forward. Trying to go for a kick, does get juked out. For Jay, this is an opportunity to have a proper go. Frost Bomb into Azure's. Do you have yourself the Shatter combo? Drops off a Meteor, but he doesn't have the Shatter combo. So you're missing quite a decent bit of damage. Plus the shields onto Azure's. Does end up reflecting a decent bit of the damage back to you. And a couple Pyros does put you on the burn. It looks like Ultra is up on the other side, so Azure's going to have himself the angle. As long as he has like a Phoenix Flame just to keep the pressure going. Yeah, force it out of block. That's all he needed. Ring of Frost, so Jake can't even turn around. Sitting down, turning, who is that? Plus into, why do you keep turning Plus into dust? What did Plus do? Do you know Plus? I guess friends or just like don't like rogues. Trying to go for a kick, does not connect. That's going to be Jay getting to a proper go. This is going to be potentially a huge Shatter combo opportunity for him. I don't know if he can go for a Ray of Frost. He definitely needs to, though. Ray of Frost is in, but doesn't have the movement with it. That is unfortunate. Still got a lot of damage, lots of pressure. Azure's Cauterize. He needs to make a play. He needs to land the win here. Oh! Is it enough? Is the mastery burn enough? Warlock comes to last second. Cardad that's taken. There's no way Jay pulled it off. That was clutch. Oh man. Jay just needed to play for those shadow combos, dude. The longer the game goes on, the better it is for Jay, I think. I think Azir might just need to go for like faster ends. It is going to be Cardad. Go for a quick trinket out of the succubus CC, which is unfortunate. But you are burning through a Duster Warlock really quickly, darling. Man, might be in a bit of a tough spot right now. No more trinket for the rogue, but just needs a couple more hits. Has a cloak in case he needs to. The sub rogue is just putting all of his effort into the Warlock. Unless you can just avoid him, the slow from the pet is huge. Cloak of Shadows, you have sprint to re-engage with. No more vanish. I think he only has one shard advantage though. He's playing a very, very different build. Succubus CC short time. I think it's over there for Dalaran. Yeah. Eloise is going to be last one. Should be able to catch up with the rogue pretty quickly. Cardad still has evasion, still got a blind, got himself a reset. So it's going to come down for him to try to see if he can sit it up from Mage Foot. Might as well, right? Might as well. For Eloise, you got to make sure you get the proper double lockdown, double stun with all the cooldowns, everything rolling, and go for like the most amount of damage. And I think you'll be golden. Also, Spectral Sight. I think try to give the rogue an honor duel. I think try to give rogue a proper honor duel because you have Spectral Sight. You literally know exactly where he's at whenever you need him. Yeah, there it is. Knows exactly the rogue is coming up. Gouge immediately on that Fell Rush. Kidney, stun reversal by Eloise. That's an opportunity for one stun. Second stun to follow. Lots of damage for the rogue though. What was that hit? Hold on, does the rogue have enough damage? Oh! That was CC by Eloise, but that secret technique did enough damage. I don't even know what that rogue set up, but he set up a huge hit there at the end. What was that? Eviscerate? Did he just have like a finality eviscerate with everything ready and just decided, I'm just gonna send it? What was that? That was a lot. That was quick. Let's get another one going. Johnny as well as Plush, let me know when you boys are ready and we'll get another one up and running. Alright, Plush. Chat's been for 4 minutes now. I'll check out as well. Wait, I went for 45 minutes now. Let's take out as well. Oh, make sure you get it out of there quick. Wait, you put your Chinese takeout in the oven? I started doing that with pizza, like takeout pizza. I actually prefer it. I think it adds something to it. Because I know like they already, you know, put your pizza in the oven when they initially make it. Normally I just throw it in the microwave to heat it up. But I decided I'm just going to put it in the oven for like 12 minutes. And it comes out like crispy. Ooh, I love it, man. I love it. But if you had Chinese takeout for 45 minutes, you don't burn down the house. I don't know how EU stoves work or whatnot. After the games, this is about you hear the woman anyway. Okay, cool, perfect. Let's do what do we do? Lord Run. We didn't do a lot of Lord Run yesterday. We'll do Dalaran. We'll do I should have done the flashbang. Guys, Feral, Red or Ellie for PvP? Red, Feral, or Ellie? I think Ellie's really good. I think Ellie's really good. Honestly. I think Ellie's good. I think Feral's not terrible either. And we can see what Morlock says. I think all of them are actually pretty solid this season. Because sometimes classes are in a really bad spot, and other times they're not. All three are S tier. Pretty good chance that they are. Alright, let me see. DPS. I guess solos. Yeah, Red is really good at solos apparently right now. Feral's not bad either. Ellie's really good. 3v3, Ellie's insane right now. Pharaoh's also really good. Dude, you actually, literally the best choices. Literally the best choices for you. I think not a lot of LA are playing Blitz, but like outside of that, it's all really good. Yeah, really comes down to, man. Hell yeah, plush. Hell yeah, guy. Switch. That's so wholesome, man. Got us as a Rick first up versus Cardath. So these two, I don't think dueled each other before. As Cardath is somebody new, somebody freshly bloody here, man. Stuns onto Rick. Just continue the pressure, cloak, and evasion. So there's nothing the Rick can really do to turn this around. They just got to survive the Rogue's burst. And this guy is absolutely mauling him. Got himself the gateway. Cardath is immediately there with the steps. I don't think there's anything Rick can do. Did not give this man a chance to breathe. Yeah, Cardath, dude. Wait a second. He's a trickster? Because that was a nice little coup de grace at the end. That was a nice little coup de grace, man. Holy. Oh my goodness, man. Well, there's that. Sat by onto Eloise. Try to see if he can get himself a bit of a rematch with Cardath. No wonder this guy hits as hard as he does. I was thinking, like, is he because he's not a what is it, the Deathstalker with a ramp up. He's just trickster who's just go. It is immediate damage. Does go himself an unseen blade. Goes in for advantage to try to catch a reset. In cab by Eloise. Try to see if we get a setup with a disarm for his moment. Demon Hunters actually can just get the weapons back with a backflip. Yeah, they can just really immune it. Another advantage for Cardath though. And do Demon Hunters not leave some kind of like a chaos dot on things naturally, like with the blade dance? Because I'm pretty sure Eloise blade dance and everything, right? Or maybe that's like for the glaive build that it does that. But Eloise might just go down. I think it's just over. Oh my god. It's been a second since we've seen Sub Rogue really like popping off, chat, haven't we? I feel like we're seeing a lot of assassination recently. But Cardath ain't doing that bad. Faint up immediately, plus trying to see if he can get himself some sub action here as well. Deathstalker versus Trickster. So it's going to be a bit interesting to see what the burst is like. Mad burst on a plus. Just go for the trinket. Oh, Cardath, that was nothing. Yeah, at the very end, there's just not much you can really do. He did have disarm coming up, but I don't think he expected for Plush to have immediate eviscerate as soon as he got out of CC. Like, unless you could predict the disarm, there's nothing you could do there. So I think he played that just fine. Azuilan. I told you I was going to get your name wrong, dude. Azuilan. I don't know how to say that properly. I feel like I'm getting it wrong. Just saying your name. I almost feel like there should be an R somewhere. Azuilan. Or something like that. You know what I mean? Az does get hit with a cheap shot back-to-back. Cheap shot might be in a bit of trouble. Metamorphosis try to immune the secret technique. Does get to immune it. But it still does a lot of damage. Out for Plush. Does go for the cleave. Needs one good hit. One hit. I-beam. He's still alive. How are you alive? Oh my god. How are you alive there? You just believe, dude. Just to believe. Find yourself a boyfriend or a girlfriend that believes as hard as believes in that metamorphosis leech, man. Holy. That is wild. I'm still not sure how you're still alive. Oh my god, dude. Normally Demon Hunters don't do super well. Outside of Baneling, outside of my man Parasite, outside of the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, right? On an A. That's like the only guy I know that plays Demon Hunter that does super well. But this guy right here, I think he's starting to impress me a little. Got himself a full shatter. That's not going to feel good. I don't think there's anything you can do about it. Shatter combo. Oh. There's nothing you can do unless you can trinket. There's literally nothing else can do there. Maybe can pre-immune dodge with a retreat or something, but it's tough, man. Once you get caught, you're caught. And Alex is just taking pelting damage with another meteor. Didn't Jay just drop a meteor on Az and now he's got another one? What is that cooldown reduction? And Alex can't even do anything right now. He's just absolutely slowed down to smithereens, getting blasted out by all those lances. Does get himself a second charge to follow up after the spear. Did not connect. That is going to be a stun until Alex does get himself a Blade Storm. Try to go for a kick. I think landed a kick maybe onto Jay. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Unless you try to poly. No, I think he didn't. Because he got a block. Because if he got disrupted on Frostfire, he definitely wouldn't be able to block. Because that would be locked out on Frost and Fire at the same time. Try to go for a poly. That's going to be juke kick by Jay. He ends up, actually, no, juke and kick. He ends up reflecting the kick. So he can get himself precog. Stun onto Jay, but now he's still taking so much damage with a meteor. And the comments all clashing together all at once. And Jay is looking for a bit of that reset around the pillar, dropping down blizzards with a fear to follow. Nalix getting hit by a breath, Polly right after. As he got full stun ready to go. Frostfire Bolt, that's gonna do a lot of damage. If they shatter, they're not shattering. Oh, they're not shattering. For Nalix, this is huge news. For Nalix, this is really good news. If those Frostfire Bolts were shattering, that would be painful. His health would be much, much lower. But he's still got at least half health available. Stunning Jay to try to disrupt any kind of self-healing or cooldown reduction for him, which is massive. That's huge. Does go for another charge. Hopefully Jay does not have any more mobility. And getting absolutely down with the Blaze Storms with an extra execute on top of it. Polly right after. This, I think, might be Jay's one last go here. He needs to make this one count. He needs to make the play here. He needs to make sure the shatters happen. Does pick up a little bit of health. Nalix has himself Avatar available in case he needs to. That's going to be mad damage potentially. Does get himself Lance's back-to-back Ray of Frost right after. Is it enough? Charge to follow? Is going to force out a block. And now Nalix can just wait. As long as he doesn't take damage to the health bar. Second one kicking in. So he's golden. He's beautiful. He's in a great spot right now. 5 minutes into the match. Got himself first stage to supplement it. That's wild. Wait, you got a 5 millisecond technique off of that? That's crazy. That's so good. Hell yeah. Nalix does get himself frozen, however, which is a little unfortunate, but he's in a good corner spot. He's trying to, it looks like shuffling in and trying to keep himself warm the best as possible. Does get hit with more Frostfire Bolts. Stun around the corner, but Jay's not going to react to it. Does get speared. Hold on, Jay can go anywhere. He got to find a way to play around this. Trying to go for a kick. Blink apparently breaks you out of a spear. Does end up blinking back in. Charge to get available for Nalix. Jay might be in a bit of trouble. Does go for the trinket. Oh, I think he just dead to the blades. Is it blades? One more throw. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, Nalix does take it. Great job, Nalix. So he did have a bleed on the guy by the looks of it. Dalaran is going to be up next and last one over for the team. Dude, trying to see if they can make some kind of a go here, man. Trying to see if they can make some kind of a play right now. As Nalix looking for getting himself a bit of a reposition. Charging in, reflect up really early. Trying to make sure he can position himself in the good spot so he doesn't get hit by second CC. Does have his soul ripped out of his body, however. Looking to chase after it. Almost grabbing his soul back. In a charge, I think you could reconnect back and grab the soul, but that stuns back to back. Yeah, a charge will still let you grab your soul, but it does regain it with just waiting. That soul sever ability, I don't know what's it called, but it's really good. It's like a lot of damage reduction and healing reduction while the body and soul separated. It's really solid. Warlocks use it sometimes, it feels like. Chaos Bolt, I think it's over for Nalix. Reflect, last second, try to catch up a heal. Bloodthirst available. Rage and Blow is up. And Rage Regen is active. Try to see if he can make some kind of play. Needs just a little bit more damage. Just Nalix taking. Oh my god, he did it. One more global. That was so close. Insanely close. But it's going to be Azur's up next. I think try to give Dalaran a chance to get some kind of like a heal. Do you have Mage Food? If you sit down for Mage for Dalaran, you will get full health. That is an option. He's going to have the succubus attacking him pretty early, right? I think he is trying to give him an honor duel. Trying to make this as honorable as possible. Chaos Mother does join in. Doesn't really get much value, however. It's going to be a breath. I think for Azur's, he just need a couple of globals. Yeah, he just needed a couple. Azur's is really good at the burst damage, man. 2 for the rogue, dude. Well done. Gotta love seeing rogues popping off, man. Well done. Nalix also, my god, dude. Almost got the second one or third kill. I don't know how many he got there. But that was well done either way. Well done, boys. Tournaments are late, PvP too tired. Bro, this is early for me. Normally, we'd be doing this, like, we'd be starting duels normally for, like, years. We normally would start them, based on current time now, we'll be starting them in 30 minutes and be going for 2 hours. I have pulled my streams 2 hours back. And it's early for me. I haven't got work done yet. So at some point I'm gonna need to get some work done tonight, boys. And me doing this early for my time zone is gonna put me behind a little, but I do it for you. And I try to count things the best possible. Flush, are you still playing more or you gotta go? Let me know. Let me know. Also, I gotta finish this up here real quick. Tired? Probably gaming hours? Well, I guess it depends, right? I mean, let's be honest. All of us are getting rickety and old, right? None of us are as young as we were in our 20s. So, or teens, whatever. I don't know how old everybody is here. Right? Everybody, we're a bunch of old men playing the same video game we've been playing since ever. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. So, yeah. Late hours, man. As you get older, it does get rougher. I still degen. But so many people have been playing this game for 20 years, man. So I'm assuming everybody is in that like age. Old WoW nerds, exactly, dude, exactly. What's cool too is not even like MMO nerds, just WoW nerds. What a lot of players I think realize over time playing this game is like they thought they enjoyed MMOs. They just enjoy WoW. Ready? Alrighty. What is that one arena with a flashbang? What is that called? Anybody know? Is it Crucible? No, Empyrean. I think I got it right. Domain would have been easier. Any free place in a party? Borov, I могу посмотреть после этого дуэля, хорошо? I'll see after this one. I'll check if there's more spots after this one. Didn't remember the names. Empyrean Domain. No, I got it right. I could have just done Domain. I never queue this one. Flashbang, watch out! I need to have the Call of Duty sound with it, dude. If I had like a stream deck or something to add sounds to the streams, I think it would be fantastic, honestly. I think it'd be a fantastic addition. How is it still so bright on YouTube? How is it still so bright? Is it the map on YouTube so bright? So bright? Yeah. I'm blind now. Yeah, it is really, really bright, huh? It doesn't help that my face is super, super pale though, does it? Does it? It probably reflects off of my big ass forehead, blinding you guys further. Sorry. Did I save that last one? That was a fantastic duel. I don't know if I saved that. I'm having so fun with you guys. I don't even know if I'm saving them. You guys will have to come down from the top row. It will send you at some point. Yeah. Good for it. So if you're not playing, if you're not first, what the hell? Where am I? I feel like I just ascended to heaven. I've never seen that camera view. I have no idea what I just saw, but I feel like I just ascended to heaven. Is Sham gonna attack first? It is gonna be Sham versus Cardath. What is Wild Lemon getting sapped up? Wait a second, hold on. Are we having two duels or just one happening? Sham under quite a bit of pressure, trying to see if he can survive this light and lasso. Is that gonna be enough though? Into a trinket to follow, trying to see if he can maybe get some kind of damage onto the rope while the mages is up. He can't though. He's gonna be a short stun. Does finally make it through with a primordial storm, but it's just not enough. He's still in dire situation. Kidney does trick it out of it, but he's still so low, and Cardath just puts in all the pressure and just continues to truck the pressure into the other guy the entire time. Oh my goodness. This guy is just super aggressive. I think it's the second time we watched Cardath just all in somebody. It did really good. Wait, what? What's happening? Is everybody just like hanging around and using the gates and all these things like a toy or something? Wait, are the pets after him? Did he have eyes for a second? I don't think he did, right? Rick is going to be up next, though. Cardath trying to pick up a little bit of health here and there, sending the pet around the corner, try to see if he can position it for a sweet axe toss. But he's going to be, I think, mostly all right for now. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Mike? How you doing, my man? Late today, been watching the draft? All good, all good, all good. We're starting on EU today, man. Starting the duels on EU for the day. It is weird, but we got him. The group's going like that. It was crazy. We're on NA, we usually have to wait out a sweet time. Yeah, we just got going. Cardath tried to go for a full flagellation opener. Knows there's going to be a mortal coil to follow up, though. He doesn't have a cloak. He doesn't have much. He still wanted to have himself a proper go versus Rick. But that reverse CC by Rick, though, makes it so much harder. And he's hanging out by the eye, so he could always just go and pick up the eye to let the demons continue chasing off of Cardath, though. So he's in a great spot. Cardath trying to see if he can get himself some sort of a setup. Smoke bomb is down to try to stop some of those pets from attacking him like imps, but it only stops only so much of it. I think just try to buy himself time until you get another advantage. Looking for a reset and wants to get back in there. No more blades this time around. He wasn't able to get a trinket at least out of Rick. He still has wall, he still got everything. Picking up the eyes and should be able to send the pets over at Cardath. Should be able to stop him with an axe toss pretty easily. Does get the stun around the corner. Trinket out for Cardath. Cloak of Shadows follow. He's trying to see if he can commit some damage. Does he have enough here though? Trying to commit some damage, commit a crime, throw murder out into Imperial domain, Mortal Coil right after, and he's just gonna get CC'd down. Does have advantage, so if anything, he does have an out. So he has an escape. He's gonna take some dot damage though, with Rick playing a disarm on the Felguard. I mean, that actually makes sense. The disarm on the Felguard actually makes sense. Like if you have disarm, that is a pet that you would be able to disarm. Pets are charging out towards the last seen location, but you're not gonna be able to find him. And he does have Shadow Blades and everything coming back little by little. And Rick no longer has a wall this time around. Wait, so Cardath maybe might be able to make someone work here. He got resets, he got a lot of healing. Sap on the main big pet. Gouge on the Rick. Does have flagellation. Kidney to follow. And the pet is going to be kind of far away, so you can't do damage. Got a coup de grace. So he's maxed out. He does more damage. His damage eviscerates are amped up quite a bit. Shadow Blade still active. And that's going to be Gloomhound, Dreadstalkers. Rick with a Mortal Coil does have plenty of distance away from Karga though. You definitely gotta hit him with a slow. Yeah, gonna make it harder for him to reach. You just get it blasted out from a distance. There's just not much you can do. No vanish for a while. Maybe you can go around and get closer to a Shadow Step. Really just avoiding the pets for the most part. But then again, like what else can you do with those pets, to be honest? He wants to go in and go for the Shadow Step, I think. He wants to get himself a proper go here. I think it was Dance just now, right? I think he was trying to step Dance, cheap shot. But I don't think it was able to. Kid the shot does get a trick out of Rick. I don't know if Cardath has any way to reset. All he can do is just show behind the pillar and just build calm points off of that main pet. That's about all he can do right now. Smoke Bomb just to create some space from some of these pets. That's really about it. Rick does not have a trinket. Dark Pack coming up soon. And Cardath try to see if he can switch over to the other side. Actually able to sprint away from the pets far enough in order to get himself a reset. Isaac picked up by Rick though, trying to make sure he has a sight. Makes it hard for Cardath to recover. Evasion and Cloak and a Trinket go back very, very soon for Cardath. So you can maybe potentially make a play here. Try to see if you can get something going. That is going to be immediate port out for Rick. And Cardath looking for a reset. Sippy Cup does get into combat into a Tyrant. Is able to stun it. Locking down Rick with a coup de grace right after. Evasion is active. Cloak and Shadows to follow so you can Mortal Coil him. This could be the go-to. Hold on. Cardath might have the play here. Does have a vanish in case he needs to. Flagellation to follow. Trinket is available. Blades are up. He could vanish this go if he really needed to. He might just have to. Does go for the vanish. Rick can go anywhere. Or do you just port? I think Cardath is just going to go for a reset. Go for another stun lock combo. Double Felguard is out, so he knows he needs to be very careful with it. Knows he needs to be careful with them. Sap on the main Felguard is still behind the pillar. Yeah, he kept the Felguard behind the pillar so he go for Axe Toss. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Fear right after. Rick is actually super low on health. Hold on, Rick could be going down. Does Cardath turn this around? Because Rick is kind of a monster warlock. No, the sub-rogues usually have a really hard time with him. But he just might have it. Does he have a step? Does get a step. Big port is available. Does he have the mobility? Sprinting does get hit with the curse of exhaustion. Not exhausted though. This rogue is plenty energized and still going. He's still going. Mortal Coil, I think Rick does take it. Oh, that was so close. Rick does end up walling just in case. With Azir looking to end them really quick. Blinking in. Doesn't have enough damage outside of fire specifically. Does have his soul separated from his body. Rick popping on Warlock Hellstone. One last one. Shadow Fear right after. Does get a Son of Azir with a port to follow. Got himself more pets. Azir's taking a lot of damage actually, but he's got himself mobility. Plenty of blinks. Got the angles. And Rick, I think, is going to burn out to the mastery. Yeah, it does burn. That was so rough, but that was so close, man. That was great. That was Code I do, but man, it wasn't today NA. We started with the EU, but definitely going to do NA after. Around 5 p.m. or whenever EU is kind of done for the night, we are going to try to put a group together for NA. And we'll see how it goes. We'll try to see if we can get some couple of games. But I reached out to as many NA homies as I could. Conan, I'll let you know after this stream, man. After this round, I'll let you know. Azir is going to get some dot damage on the plush, though. It is still rolling on him. He's going to put him out of stealth, I think. Gets him some Shadow Strike before it happens. Blink to follow right after. Got him some Giga Shields. Those shields are going to protect you. Also, a lot of reflected damage. You just got to make sure to use the shields as the rogue finally gets him under melee range with you. Very, very risky, but it is worth it for Fire Mage, apparently. Does get himself some dot damage going on to plush with a couple of pyros. He's sitting down for food. As long as he knows where the rogue is at, he knows he can just sit down and eat. Helps him a ton. But he knows he wants to kind of deny plush a proper opener if he can help it. Kidney? Did you eviscerate? He eviscerated. Trick it out for push. Azir will not be able to Nova him. Quick step for push. Does give him something on the step. Azir has a stun block if they need to. Building up a bunch of damage. Master into push. He does pick up a little bit of health. But that's true death right there. So he's actually kind of exposed. Azir's got himself cooldown reduction with shifting power. Sap, I pushed. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This could be huge. Cheap shot. into a blinks, dude. The blinks back and forth, the steps. Oh, it looks like Azur's ahead, a step ahead of Plush. Does get himself quick. Let us scorch the end. He's still got Dalaran as well as Jayhawk to get through. Can he do it? Jayhawk and Azir so far have been dueling each other non-stop, and it's a back and forth between the Frost and Fire. Jay giving Azir an honor duel here, giving him a proper chance to have a proper match. I love it. I love seeing it, dude. I love seeing it. Jay. So far, he's been able to get those shadow combos rolling. I think Azir's last time, I think he learned his lesson against a Frosty Mage. Eventually, the Frost combos are going to overwhelm you. So I think Azir probably has to get pretty aggressive early on and basically not ever get a breather. Not too many resets, just constant pressure on the Jay to force blocks out of him. Because that'll work out really well for him, hopefully. Shields are up for Azir. The 44% dampening is going to make it a little bit harder for Azir to survive because he's playing for those Giga reflective shields. So the higher dampening, the worse those shields are going to be. So a portion of his gameplay is just getting minimized here. Does get a kick on the Frost though. That's huge. Poly right after. Mad damage on Jayhawk. Blocks it. He knows he's just going to go in there for it. Ice block on a Jay. Azir knows he needs to make a play right there. The block, in order just to keep aggression going, is massive. Jay has no health whatsoever. So Azir's probably going to have to make a play here immediately. Knocking him into Frost. Woo! Meteor blinks it. Breath first by Jay. No trigger available for Azir. Does get a shadow combo. Azir has shields. He has shields. Oh, reverses the damage back to Jay. Oh, no. I don't think Jay can pull this one out, though. Trying to go for a knock, but a blink out. Oh. Super low in health, but barely alive. How are you alive? How are you alive? More like Hustle, I think, actually. Azir's even mounted up for a second. Jay yet another block. Azir still has a cauterize. But I don't think you could play. You could trust the cauterize. I don't think you can. He knows that he wants to get a blink out of Jay. Blink out of Jay. Breath. Jay gets a proper go. Trick it for Azir's. Fires are in. This needs a little more damage. He needs to be very, very careful with his health bar. He got shields. He's got to make sure the shields are there always whenever Jay got some damage. And Azir looks like he wants to reposition out of there, but for Jay, I think this is a good spot to be in. Shifting power for Azir does get locked out, but still get damage. Oh, a couple of fire blasts on Alski. With Dalaran charging in, it's going to be immediate pyros out for Azir. He's got him some shields. Void Operation is used in order to close that gap for Dalaran in case they ever need it. I don't think they're going to use it though. I don't think they need it at all. Azir does cauterize. Combustion is there, but can cauterize. If you can interrupt the chaos bolt, that'll be huge. Mass damage on Dalaran. Cauterize is active. How do you live this? You need shields immediately. Does get yourself a proc. Avoiding the Meteor. Oh, but does go down. That is tough. That is not easy. With Azulin gonna be up next. Got himself a quick charge stun onto Dalaran. Quick eye bit follow. Blade dance, is it enough? Oh, does get the cleave. Woo, baby. That was so good. One more. Let's go, dude. Azir's picking up 3, baby. And the Rogue doing really, really well, too. 75 million. How much healing did Rick heal for? 45 million. Jesus. That is brutal. Brutal. All right, Johnny. Plus, you guys ready? You guys are ready. Unomas, boys. One more for EU, and then we'll hop over to the Team NA. Alrighty. One more for the road. We'll do like down sewers, I think, or something. Man. Hell yeah. Let's do. Oh no, we can do Blade's Edge. You guys like to blades. Is it working? Maybe? Okay. Okay. We want to be able to use. Oh wait, no. Now we can do Blaze Edge. Okay, cool. We'll try again. Onomas, boys. Let's get it. Or maybe Blaze Edge isn't working. No, it is working. It is working. Last one for EU, and then we'll try to see if we can put a group together over on the NA, boys. Yeah. Yeah. Did I save? I keep asking that myself all the time. Did I save that one? I don't know. Apparently I did. Apparently I did. I'm saving it again, dude. I'm just gonna double check. Just double checking. Alrighty. Here we are. Let's see. Switch. Got ourselves Azurian over for the team 1, ready to go. We got ourselves Azures, we got Cardath, we got ourselves Lemon, as well as Nalix versus team of many casters here with Darlaman as well as Rick as the 2 warlocks. We got Cham, actually not a caster, he is a melee together with Plush, also another melee. And we also got Jayhawk Wizard here as well. You know what? I really like the bomb tabard. I know that I kind of hate how it like has stitching, so it looks kind of old, or like it's been blown up more than once. I mean, I guess it's like very, very goblin-esque, but I would have loved just like a bomb on there. Just like a comically goblin-looking bomb on there. That would look sweet just as a tabard choice. You know what I mean? Who's the first up? Nalix is going to be first up versus Plush. Plush is sub-rogue this time around, not assassination. I think it'd probably be assassinated way too many times now. It is going to be, I think, an slightly easier matchup for Nalix. Assassination is a tough one with the bleeds. But subtlety, at least, like, you have some specific things you can do to counter them. Fear onto Plush does go for a trinket. Nalix trying to see if he can get himself a big go spear down into Plush. That's his opportunity to have big damage. It's going to go for a massive defensive. Plush does not have evasion for this one. It's just going to take all the damage raw to the face right now. Does go for a quick shadow melt. No bleeds by Nalix, so it's going to be a lot of his offensives and defenses sent really, really early here. And Plush does get himself a complete reset. Hit with the sap, does catch the rogue really quickly with the stun right after. Second wind still picking up the war stun for a moment. Got him to reflect. Not really sure what you can reflect from a rogue. But I think it would stop some of the damage if you went like, you know, secret technique, shadow blades. Technically, if it's popping on mind W thing, I mean, I don't mind it either. Mike, I don't mind it either. I'm just trying to see if we can do something a little different today, because I had reached out a couple of NA homies and I didn't really know if we'll be able to, like, if we were gonna have a hard time finding duels like we did last week. So I decided I'm gonna try NA EU for the day for a little bit, but maybe if, let's say, NA is struggling, we might have to do WEU for a couple of weeks here, as long as you guys are really into it. Because I'm down, man. I just want to get some games going. I don't really, doesn't really matter what region for me. I just want to get the games in. If they're hopping and popping over on the EU, I'm cool with that. You're onto Plush. Nalix trying to see if he can get a setup. Cheap shot. Is this where Plush just turns around to Nalix? He does got flagellation. He does got blades. Nalix could be in a bit of trouble. Does he have any way to heal? He does have one quick heal available. As long as he can get to maybe a leap or a charge to stay in combat with Plush, like, he'll be golden, but I don't think he has the mobility. He's hit with the rupture, so he can't really heal. He's just got to bleed rolling on him for a bit here. First aid will not be able to stop the bleeding, though. Rupture is going to prevent it. Cheap shot again. Nalix, I think, might be done for the fight. Oh, Plush switching it up, actually. He's not playing the Deathstalker. He's actually a Trickster. I saw that little unseen blade, that little flash of the blade there. It's pretty awesome. Coup de grace and secret techniques and getting shorter cooldown on those. It is very, very strong. It is very heavy on that finisher damage. Nalix actually sitting down for some food there really quickly. Plus, trying to see if he can get himself another go. Trinket out of Nalix. Does have Avatar. Potentially lots of damage, but he's going to be able to stay in there. Blaze Storm does get himself maybe an opportunity to maybe keep on going. Needs to get some kind of CC onto Plush. Does Shockwave for a second. Is going to be a reflect for a moment. Does try to go in for a war stop, but a blind is going to stop him. Maybe if you can get the angle to leap and charge. Angle for a leap and charge. Does get a leap. Whirlwind to get the rogue back in combat. Zerka's not available, but you can't charge him. Last second charge to intercept with a fear to keep him in place. This could be an opportunity for you, Nalix. This could be your chance. Does have Avatar. Does have Wreck. Lots of potential damage. Worst up. Is this going to be enough? Can't they buy the rogue? Looking for an escape. But do you have any more mobility to re-engage, or is the rogue going to be able to get a quick escape? Needs a leap. Oh, does have the throw. He got himself the angle, the pixel angle for the throw. Need another one. Need to catch him real quickly. Can you do it? Or second win at the very least. Does go for a leap, trying to randomly find the rogue. Not the worst move. Actually moseying over to him. If he just kept going towards the eye while whirlwinding, he would have gotten him. That would have been perfect. And Plush, however, does have to start back up from scratch, as now his health is completely back up to full. So he has to go through full 100% health, cheap shot, flagellation, go. It is going to be Nalix trying to see if he can break past the evasion. Evasion and disarm kind of do end up counteracting one another. It stops the damage from Nalix either way. Place him for potentially, though. Nalix super low on health. Plus try to see if he can finish it. Is it going to be enough, though? Try to see if he gets some damage. Nalix needs a small heal. Oh, but does end up taking it. That is so tough with the other rogue. Kardath trying to see if he can take out Plush really quickly. Gouge, does he have enough for a stun? I think he's super stunned Yard. He's not going for stun. Plush turned his damage around to Kardath though. That was some huge hits, but Kardath is able to eviscerate him. My God. Man, for Nalix, that was such a close match. But a rogue is a tough one. A rogue is a tough one. I think a subtlety is at least a slightly better matchup. Not much better, but slightly better than assassination with the blades. Darlemagne, did you pick up a eye? I don't think he did, but I think does more or less have an idea where the rogue was. Is going to throw rain of fire on him. Cloak of Shadows, so Kardath does not want to take any CC. Just won't want to have anything stopping his go at all. GG's Plush, appreciate you, my man. Cheap shots back to back, trying to see if he can keep the damage going. Vanish just to stop that cast really quickly. He just continued to blast the damage into the face of the Warlock. Mortal with a bolt. Do you have a second bolt to follow? Fear right after. Does go for the Vanish. Shadow Fury does not connect. Kardath is out of there. Is he dotted or is it just a conflagration? I think it's just a conflagration debuff for more fire damage. Does have the Succubus waddling over. Is going to get their guy into combat and slow. Kidney shot to follow. Does have a trinket. Succubus catches that angle. Doesn't pull the rogue too far away because of that little gap between the ramp and the bridge, but still keeping him in play. Okay, is bolt one? Do you have another bolt? Maybe. Another bolt? He just needs like one more bolt. Another bolt. Vanish for the rogue. Does have a smoke. Port out for the Warlock. Does get hit with a blind. Dark Pact is available, so maybe you could use it to live a little. Ruination. Is it enough? You interrupted? I think it's over for the Warlock. Does end up removing the soul out of the rogue's body for a second, but it's just not enough. That is rough. That is rough. Is it Jay next? It is Jay next. Jay, Rake, and Sham. Last one's left over for the team 2. And that duel, first one with Nalix and the Rogue, actually lasted for quite a while, man. We are 6 minutes into the match. 30% dampener. So it's going to be a little bit tough for the both of them. And Jay's giving the Rogue a chance to get an honor duel. I do appreciate that. It is a Rogue, so honestly, as someone who plays a Rogue, it's kind of like part of my class fantasy that everybody hates you. So if you guys end up like not letting rogues get any honor duels or resets or anything like that, I won't blame you. We will play the scum class, so no hard feelings. Just letting you boys know. Once I start gearing a warrior or rogue over on the EU, if you guys catch me out in the open world and just slap me down with the hand of God for playing a scum class, I won't be mad. Just letting you know. Jay is just having to weigh this out. Shadow Blades or Shadow Cloak or Shadows immediately fought for Kardath. Kind of knowing that Jay is going to try to see if he can stop that go immediately. He's gotten some cheap shots after the blinks are gone. Massive hit over this right. Oh my God! These rogues, man! That Cloak had just committed full damn. Holy! Sub Rogue, baby! Let's go. Trix is Sub Rogue. Apparently is the play. Yeah, anybody who's playing Deathstalker, swap. Trickster apparently is the play. Get a shot out by Kardath. Try to see if he can keep the pressure onto Sham. Does get him some decent bit of damage. Secret Technique does a lot here. Getting all those big hits back to back. Big coup de grace. That's going to amp up his finishers even further. He's still got plenty of damage with his finishers. Into a blind right after, looking for a bit of that reset under the bridge. Is it going to be enough though? Sham got himself Bulwark Totem and Wall used there really early. So he's kind of limited what he might be able to do actually. He could be in a bit of a rough spot. He could be actually in a bit of a tight spot. This is going to be Kardath. Does go for a smoke into a trinket. That's going to be second stun totem. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Normally, I'm used to there being two of them. With the double up. Secret Technique. Evasion, disarmor after. Sham can't really do much. He can't build Maelstrom. He's got a limit on what he can do. He got Maelstrom coursing through his veins still. A couple of hits here and there. But he's super low. Primordial Storm, but Kardath does take him. With Rick trying to take him out immediately. Oh man, Fear right after. Axos to follow, tired, everything. Kardath, unless you have an escape, I think it's just lights. You played good, my guy. I salute you. From one road to the next. Gotta recognize it. Does anyone know the transmog Holy Saya uses? I can pull up Holy Saya's like armory maybe, and you could see what the Mog is using. Yeah, the waddles. I can see if I can do that after this match. Remind me after this match if I could. Remind me to pull up his like armory or whatever after this match, because then I'm gonna forget. It's literally gonna be like a minute after or 2 minutes after, however long this match is gonna go. But I'm definitely gonna forget. I don't do it on purpose. I know how my brain works, and it doesn't work no good. It needs some oil. It is. You know what's wrong with it? Ain't got no gas in it. That's what's wrong with my brain. Ain't got no gas in it. Axtos out to lemon roll, trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a reset, but these demons are surrounding him back to back. Does he report back up? Looks like he's gonna have to play ramp. Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna have to play ramp, man. Got himself a in-cap for a moment, enough to close the gap. Not going for Lexup just yet. Port immediately out for the Warlock, just gonna go super far away. Yeah, can't be caught. And he's got a mortar call. This actually got such a good spot, just kiting the guy, and even ripped the soul of his body. He's still left on the bridge. He's got shot of fury from afar. It doesn't actually connect, but it's a lot of demons. He's got a ramp, so you can go up on the ramp, jump down, and those demons are having to run the long way to catch up to him. But that axe style stops him in place. Hold on, Rick might just be able to just battle of attrition lemon. Karma to reverse his damage. Lexup to follow. Does he have the damage to follow up? He kind of wants to get hit by pets if he wants to make that karma do damage, but he's super low in health. Does go for 4 Brute, gives him a little bit of health to work with. Hold on a second. This could maybe give him just enough survivability here. Out of defenses. Does get himself Thunder Fist. Looking to make a big play with the images. If he gets another Fist of Fury, he might be okay. Building up quite a decent bit of damage. Hold on, Fist of Fury. Rick does it. A popping the man like a balloon. As he does press wall there. And Azir is the last one left, or second last one to left, or for the team one. Is he going to give Rick an honor duel? He might be looking to do it. First aid? Yeah, he's letting him get a chance to at least recover and get a bit of healing. At 56% dampening, it's barely doing much though, to be fair. Azir does go for full invis, so you just gotta get himself like a little setup here. He's in a great spot. He's like right next to him, watching him eat. He's just watching him like a creep. Trying to know him, does not get to put him in place though. It is gonna be a huge gateway out for Rick. Looking to escape the random combustion or actual on-use combustion out of Azir's. Might actually be proper on-use combustion. Was that altar? I think that was altar that put you back behind there again, yeah. Ring of Frost does end up preventing it for a second. Axtos out onto Azir's for a moment. Mortal Call to follow. Does go for a trinket. Got himself a bit of the DM. A shifting power is back up and available. Does go for a quick interrupt. This is going to be Rick trying to see if he can get himself a bit of that reset into an interrupt. Axtos to follow. Azir's does not have a blink for that one. That already holding it. Does get himself a reposition under the bridge. Rick looking for a full Tyrant. Does get himself a port. That's going to be all the pets Nova'd out away from him. Ultra is available, so he's actually got himself a little bit of survivability. Knocking Rick out the open. Big combust to follow. This might be enough. Building up the damage. Got himself the angle and taking him out. Well done, well done. Holy, card down with 4. The Sub-Rogue Trickster is back, baby. It's back. Oh my god. Let's go. Alrighty. Well, there it is, boys. There is Duels for EU. We are going to switch gears here and try to see if we can get a group going for NA. Last week, it was a little bit tougher to get a group going for NA. We're going to give it a shot, man. We're going to give it a good old college try. We're going to give it a decent bit, few minutes. See if we're getting anything. But EU, I appreciate you. We're done for EU for now. Yeah, EU's done. I'm going to NA. We're going to NA. I do need to... Here we go. And slash reload, because I need to reset my UI every single time. Take care. Appreciate you. We're still streaming. You're still welcome to hang around. But you're gonna just be over on the other region. Try to see if we can get it up and running over on the NA. Last week, it was really tough to get groups going. So we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot on Team NA. Great dose tonight, yeah, you guys did great. It was fun games too. You guys are more than welcome to join us next week. We'll be doing Friday EU and I think Saturday EU as well. If NA is struggling to get groups together. Yeah, I think it'll be. I think that's what we'll do. Head Vile, you're gonna have to show me the Mog, Wop. Yeah, you're gonna have to show me the Mog. I want to see what that will look like. Darkfields and a Mask on Valentine's Day dungeon. Oh, you mean? Oh, you're going over the Mog? Okay, yeah. Let me go check out Saya here real quick. Yeah, but that is the Mog that WoP does. What WoP wrote out for a Mog is actually the Mog that Saya uses. Yes. Yeah, you can see the entire Mog of Saya. Armory? What up, like the front page? Here we go. Here we go. Here's full Saya's armory. Yeah, honestly, I could just copy and paste it, right? There we go. You can find himself. But you can see like hitting the shoulder. Yeah, Darkview's coat, fumigated mask, and Swindler's cutouts. hidden belt, black tuxedo pants, hidden boots, and the obsidian glider. Yeah, that's that is a set. That is actually a set. You got it right. You got it right. Let's see. Dal slamming. Dal still slamming. Dal can't stop slamming. Dal continuing to slam after slam after slam. DNA. This is it, man. Let's see if we can get some groups going. Give you guys like, I don't know, 20 minutes. See if we can get some groups up and running. Yeah. Momagus Peak. Well, you know, you got good mogs. Last one you had, it was like the Dragonflight PvP set, I think it was. Right? Pretty sure. But yeah, that was a good one. But we got groups if you guys want to join us. Cypress, I'm more than welcome to join us, my man. So the groups are up right now. NA! Wake up, boys! We got groups. Conan, WAP, any of you? More than welcome to join us. I'm gonna let it sit here for a second and then I'll start asking around. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. No, anytime, my guy. I'm gonna join the other team so we get a point. I want to fight Pally. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but the groups are up right now over on Team NA. While I do something here real quick. I was online for once, rare. Yo, really? Hold on a second. I did reach out to Chicago yesterday, like, yo, would you be down for some 5v5 duels? I also hit up Chills as well to try to see if we can get them in. Because if I at least can get those two in, then I think it's going to be a little bit easier to get them both up and running. You know? Chills? Wait a second. Hold on. Maybe we can get some NA groups going. Is Chicago making a second group by chance? Or is it just me for now? Hold on a second. With Chills in and with Chicago, we actually could probably make some real groups then. I would need a couple more bodies. Who normally joins these again? In a second. So Chicago's in a delve. I'll hit him up in a second. Sirud? Maybe. It looks like he's just leveling a character maybe though. Blood Dagger maybe? Hey. Duels today? Oh, hold on a second. He's a Delves. My man Delves praying or something? Praying for groups? No. I'm just busy on my phone. Busy on my phone. I got a lot of like messages and emails to get through. Dude, I normally try to see if I can get all these things taken care of super early in the day. So I can just be here just hanging out with you boys. Nah, I'm just on my phone. I usually keep my Saturdays like, you know, we usually don't start streaming until about 5, so I get a lot of other stuff taken care of. But yeah, gotta do what I gotta do, man. I got things I gotta answer to and whatnot, messages and other things. You know how it is. I'm a busy guy, man, but I'm kind of just like, I don't have like a specific hour that I'm busy, and I kind of just busy all throughout the day. I try to be the busiest when I initially wake up, and I haven't been waking up super early like I wanted to. So it's a little, yeah, it's a little over place with that, at least for now. And now that patch 11.15 is here, I'm like, hey, this is good. Not really. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm busy. And actually having like a lot of ideas, a lot of projects that I'm working on and being constantly busy is probably better than nothing happening and I gotta come up with content. You know, because sometimes like I have fantastic ideas for content and then I think it's all good, I'm happy. And other times, not really. Come on, NA. Yeah, we're gonna try to see if we get some groups going, man. We'll try. We need 2 more for this team and we need a couple more. I just need to start like whispering people. I know not given doesn't normally join. Silver? I don't think Silver joined us in a while ago, man. I do miss my boy Silver though. Speed? I think Speed will be interested if we actually get some proper groups going, because last few weeks he was down for it. Tezzeret, Trickster. Ooh, Airless, dude. Hey, how you doing, bud? But yeah, Merlin, maybe he'll be interested too. Hey. Alrighty. Layson, he was on earlier, I think, right? He has a very unique peanut name. I forget what it is, but I just remember being like, oh, that's Layson. It's like, I don't remember what it is, but it's so unique. I'm like, yeah, that's the guy. So maybe we can get Layson in here too. Oh, Shaman Impulse guy? Okay, so that's not even anybody. Okay, Rosie won't be able to join us, which is unfortunate. Rosie would have been a fantastic Shadowlands in on these. But yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can put some groups together for like, I don't know, like 20 minutes chat. And if we can't really put groups on NA, we'll just call it there. Because NA might just be in like a dead zone for a time being. You know? Might be in that dead zone for a time being. And maybe like over time, like it'll fluctuate because it has in the past. But yeah, I'm not gonna fight it, honestly. I'll ask a couple of homies too as well. As also, I have a bunch of people on here that are not PvP homies, but I might be like, yo, are you interested? Maybe. I've been telling you, man, games.af. We hop on EU and we get groups together immediately, so it's not terrible everywhere. On NA, I could see it. I could see it. The thing is, on NA, most PvPers, it feels like they all log on at degen hours, like all of them, and it's just that AF. For duels, yeah. For PvP, I guess so, partially. I would like to see, like, I wish we could see like numbers, right? like participation in PvP between regions. Maybe just NA has low participation right now. Could just be the case, honestly, for PvP specifically. Terrible, no one wants to play this. I feel like I definitely get a lot of games like BG Blitz. I can spam queue, almost insta queues, like in DGen hours, middle of the night. Like as soon as it comes like 11 p.m., 12 a.m., closer to 3 a.m. is a sweet spot. But like every time after 11 p.m., it starts to get better and faster and more queues. Kind of same thing goes with like solos too. EU doesn't count. They got nothing better to do over there. They got nothing better to do. They have exactly the same games to play as we do. What do you mean? Maybe you're right. Maybe you have a point. You're just not telling the full story. Maybe. I said the same thing, lol. You did? Okay. Yeah, the PvP on NA, I feel like it's fine, but only during like certain hours, and that's not a good thing. Probably, that's probably not a good thing. That it's only healthy during like DGen hours. But maybe that's just my MMR. Maybe it's just my MMR, just nobody's actually playing in any of the other MMRs, right? Because I don't really play lower MMR. I literally game won't let me play a lower MMR. I don't know how things play. I need to like get an ult up and running and start a queue in lower MMR. Like the game won't put me in anything under 2300 in solos. Shuffle, which is like without inflation. Basically, that's where like top players are in. It's so hard to get rating in that bracket, but it's fun too. Or like 3k in Blitz. You know what I mean? 3k plus in Blitz. I can't do anything else. Okay, let me join the group. I fill this one out. Yeah. I don't know if we'll be able to completely fill one though. We'll try, but like, well, at least fill one, but then we gotta make a second one. Can I know these duels in a mob classic? Honestly, may not be the worst. Yo, okay, hold on. If we could do the spectator cam, I would be down to do mob classic duels. I am not against it. Mob PvP was peak. I am not against having a character and leveling through mob classic just so we can host these on classic. Yeah, hope we get the beta wave. First wave. So the beta is already up. The beta is already up. So if you haven't gotten the way in the first, oh, I mean like the first way after it. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping to. I'd like to check it out. Yeah, it's already up. Like people are already playing it, apparently. I don't see a lot of people like posting much about it, but apparently it's up already. It's out. What's better about Mob? Mob was just peak for PvP. The class design was interesting. They did have like those Mob talents, which were not ideal, but the class individually were designed to think better. Yeah, every class had like, there was a lot of counterplay and every class was like very well refined. I mean, of course, like starting out about Mop was brutal because you had warriors, just unkillable giants that could one-shot you, and then you have Beastmaster hunters running with a big zoo that was just like tear people apart. But like over time, the tuning has gotten really good by the final season in PvP. Yeah, ook, big damn ook. Yeah, very. Yeah, PvP I felt like was slow enough. But there was opportunity for burst. But every class had some kind of like a way to go for like a self-healing survivability build. And that was better for 1v1 content, like people felt better. But then if you wanted to play group gameplay, right, Warriors had like a big cleave build, Bloodbath, Bladestorm, so they were amazing for RBGs. Death Knights had a way to break out of CC and had really good defenses. So like you actually had solid healing. Like if you really wanted to go for survivability build, every class could go for it, right? Rogue still played around like calm points that need to be transferred with redirect, but like the rogues were still tuned around like being able to like focus in on a target one at a time. They still has the real cheesy things. Like I would just, as a rogue, a lot of the times like just to push like my first 2k, which was nothing by the end of the season, but first time pushing 2k, I was playing with a Shadow Priest. I would just trick him for a damage buff, and I would just catch resets and cheap shot anytime enemy had a go. And I would just basically catch resets and then cheap shot their go, because they would do 25% less damage. I would just like stop their goes completely. That's all we'd do. And then Shadow Priest would get setups with my blind or kidney. Basically carried us. Hunter Zoo was scary. Yeah, early Zoo was scary. They're not going to be as scary as they were at the very beginning of the expansion. Yeah, it was definitely a unique time. Like it's hard to explain it. Like it was really fun, but like it was kind of. I wouldn't describe it as like it's like a lot of people describe Mob PvP as like the most balanced the game has been in a very, very long while. It was like a really unique balancing. I wouldn't describe it as balanced. I would describe that every class was overpowered in their own way, but they were all kind of close to one another. that like nobody really felt like they were like behind. Enhanced with Shaman had a huge ascendance windows where you could blow people up. Outlaw rogues or combat rogues could do that red buff, 8-second kidney shot, killing sprees. Then marksman to hunters had like big opener and like power shots too. That was crazy. Affliction warlocks could just dot you up and watt you. Griffith, how you doing, my guy? So we at least got one group for time being. Got one making second one. All right, I make chill lead on this one. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely. I feel like though with mop PvP, I think there's definitely a case of roasting the glasses to some degree. I just don't know how much of it is roasting the glasses. I feel like a lot of people just remember the good parts, but there's probably something about it that sucked that we just don't remember, that just doesn't come to mind. Like a very annoying mechanic that we're like just blocked out of our minds. There's probably was something like that in the game back then. It's just like when you look back at it now, you don't remember the bad stuff, you know? I think it's also people had low expectations about expansion, and because you started with low expectation, and it was like a very solid expansion, except for like a last patch of Siege of Orgrimmar, you're there for like a year. That wasn't great, but low expectations, but like solid content and solid class design, and people were relatively happy, right? When you underselling it, but it's actually nice, so like you don't remember anything bad. Nah, Motherboard was goated. WoD definitely was not goated. It was okay. WoD PvP was like mildly okay, and that's a compliment. Mildly okay, but like I feel like giving it too much credit. Maybe like certain classes had a better experience with it, but it was mildly okay. Like there was no reason for rogues to have Shadowy Clone that could cheap shot, kidney shot you. They were like, I mean, you're saying no, WoD was great, and it's like I bring you kidney shot, vanish, sheep shot, kidney shot. Did you like being stunned for 12 seconds? No, it was not good for the game. It was not healthy. It was not healthy, and that was what rogues did. It was not healthy for the game. As somebody who played a class that was pretty overpowered back then, it was not healthy for the game. It was okay. Slightly better than okay. Nah. WoD PvP, I can't agree with that one. I feel like you could put any other expansion in place of WoD. BFA wasn't as bad. Oh no, it had issues. I feel like getting PvE gear to PvP was not good, but like it's not bad. Shadowlands, I wouldn't put it that high. It was burst meta. Convoke, anybody remember that? Rogues with one shots, anybody remember that? Feral Druids with Necrolord shield. It was all right, but look also the gear thing they did too, right? I wouldn't put it above. I put it like Shadowlands and Dragon. I maybe put Dragonflight slightly above Shadowlands. I put Mop above those. Mop I would definitely put above those. Kata I wouldn't be able to comment on. I played Rusted Druid. Prismatic Crystal, yeah, Prismatic Crystal. Legion I'll put somewhere a bit higher, because at least in Legion you didn't have to worry about gear. The game was kind of sort of tuned, but like there was very little mobility to it. You couldn't do more than you were trying to do. You know, does that make sense? I put Legion a little bit higher than that somewhere. Because like it sucked that you couldn't do much in terms of like getting your character stronger. You were limited on that. But like, the game at least had a design. PvP was good. I think if it's better than Mop. I wouldn't say it's better than Mop. I would definitely put it like above Shadowlands. Dragonflight and Legion I put a lot closer to each other. I just don't know which one to put ahead of one another. I kind of like that in Dragonflight we could actually like gear and choose how we want to gear our character. Probably put Legion above Dragonflight slightly. What with it I wouldn't put that low. Now I'm actually starting to think like, how would I rank these? How would I rank all of these? You know, TBC PvP is the best ever. I didn't play TBC PvP, so I wouldn't know. Mop, WoD were definitely my favorites after MP was awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I think WoD was pretty TBC PvP CC. Okay. Okay. Alright. Then again, I think you did try it. I think you did play it. Lost our Shami Pog, unfortunately. Are we not doing an A duels today, boys? We might just not be able to make an A duels happen, though. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Doomer. Doomer days for NA duels. TBC PvP where you macro your pet auto attack to a stealth guy and you can never stealth, real fun. Oh, really? Pet macro to a stealth guy and you can never stealth? Damn. As a rogue, like you would just want to be able to stealth ever? Awesome forge. But Hellfire Pen Warriors, nothing like that for lack of... Oh, okay. So you're talking about just the experience of PvPing in TBC. I think Chill's probably talking about like arenas and class design and stuff like that then. Yeah, I do think, like, I think a PvP expansion, as long as you have good PvP like content too, I think that could also elevate things as well. So TBC, probably open world, probably felt really, really fun. Like Legion, if you talk about open world PvP, it was disaster. Legendaries, allowing classes to literally one-shot each other. You could just be like blink and you died. The only time you could actually properly PvP was in instance content, but world PvP was dead. BFA world PvP was awesome on the other hand. BFA was amazing. There was so much world PvP. Of course, people use like PvE gear, but it was really fun. I don't think anything beats out mob PvP. I would agree, but again, I really do think it's been such a long while since we've done mob PvP. I do think it's partially, maybe. I'm wondering once we actually go back and play it, I wonder if it's going to be a rose tinted glasses moment. I'm not saying it is, I'm just afraid it might be. Because it's been so long, man. Who the hell remembers it like the back of the hand? The only thing you remember is like a couple of moments, but like you don't... Like right now with War Within, you're pretty familiar with the grind, everything you need to do to get gear and all that. You're familiar with like how classes are designed and everything, right? Dragonflight also still pretty fresh. Maybe Shadowlands is fairly fresh. BFA maybe somewhat fresh in your heads. It was not that long ago. But like Mob was a while ago. A while ago. Like, I'm trying to remember how Kata PvP was. And I think Kata PvP just like flew by. I played Kata, but I don't know, not super familiar with Kata PvP. I know I can go back to the classic Kata, but like I haven't. So if let's say you haven't, then you know, I remember like the back of my head, I will never forget what I took for my class. Yeah, so maybe that's what you remember is like your class. But like when I think of mob PvP, I kind of look like a WoD PvP and I'm like, well, for my class it was good, but like for the overall game it was not that healthy, you know what I mean? So mob, I played an undertuned class, but I had a lot of fun with it. I thought all the other classes were really well done. Our combat rogue was just really undertuned. It could be played, but it was very undertuned, but I still had a lot of fun with it. And like I felt like the overall environment and like the game felt good for PvP. PvP servers were really popular. Same for Red. Oh my god, Red was then more fun to play a mob before they turned into a wheelchair. Wait, wasn't mob Red like when they just had to play Cupid and nothing else because they did no damage? I'm pretty sure they had mobility, but they did like nothing. Pretty sure mob Red tickled. I'm pretty sure Kata Red is where it was like really threatening. Mop is where it basically was like a beaten dog for like an entire expansion. And then WoD is where they finally got to spread their wings. And then Legion is where they got to literally break out of CC because of Ashbringer. I'm pretty sure Mop was like worst time for Red, was it not? I literally remembered all they did is play Cupid and that's it. And they literally just had to be a CC bot for the Hunter. That's all I remember. I remember that being the one spec that was like the Seals. I don't think the Seals did anything. I just remember, and maybe I'm just misremembering, and maybe that's just how Red was for like one season. But all I remember is they were like a beaten dog that couldn't do any damage, and they were basically like, "Please, Hunter, please land a kill." That's all they could do, and just like utility, blessings and shit like that. Maybe I'm misremembering it. Very likely. No, I can tell good Reds from bad ones based on the Seals. Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? I just remember not seeing a lot of them. I mean, probably was good, but I just don't remember seeing a lot of them. I know Warriors were good. I know Hunters were good. Shamans were good. Warlocks were good. Mages were good. Rogues were good. Druids were really good. Deathknights were good. They had the Defile Ground. That was awesome. And you could do Necrotic. Oh, Convergence too. You could Converge just to convert runes into heals. Probably no different right now by the way you play Red Warrior and nothing else. In Mop? Maybe. Dude, I don't remember. I just remember them being like them taking Mitsu Pandara like a personal insult. Like I remember I had a friend that played, but like yeah, he said it was really terrible. If Legion Classic ever comes out and we're playing Blood DK the whole time, dude, Blood DK and keys, yeah, without Leech. Quad DPS team pushing keys, let's go. We're Cupid in Mop. Yeah, all I remember is them playing Cupid. They were just like, I can only play Cupid, I just need a hunter, I can't do anything else. Still a one-trick comp class. That's not a good thing. Who knows? Maybe they fixed them by the final season. I just don't remember it. I just remember clearly them being like aggrieved by that whole expansion. That's all I remember. You want to get Leech till team though. Sad part. There wasn't a part of like your artifact weapon? Oh, I guess yeah. You would have to wait until you can upgrade your artifact weapon though. Yeah, it makes sense. Unless they just let you get like your artifact weapon and fully juice it from the get-go. Because you know it was like a patch thing that they upgraded the weapon, but they'll just enable it as a final patch. Are they not? Well, they'll probably lock it out though. Yeah, they'll probably lock it out. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. It's still really good. It was still really good. And even before that, it was still the better tank. Yeah, Concordant Circle. Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't remember what I got as outlaw from that thing. I think it was like cooldown reduction on that artifact weapon ability, which is actually pretty cool. It was like, it was not great as a on-use, on GCD ability, but it was like full comp points every single time you build it. So you could just do build, spend, build, spend. That was so fun. That was so fun. Especially how you get defenses back too. Oh, brutally good. Air giving it 2 times rolls. Don't ask how I know. Is that what it was? So it was loaded dice? Oh. Never mind then. Also, between the eyes was a stun back in Legion. I remember, because I remember like just being able to stun a guy from a distance, build some comp points, stun him again, build some comp points, stun this guy. Dude, Outlaw is gonna pop off because nobody knew how to play it back in Legion, and it's gonna be insane for Legion Classic. Keep it a buck, but you shit. No, we're not going back to you. We just calling it there, boys. Alrighty, we'll call it here for our team NA. We made an attempt, boys. We tried. We hung out. We basically turned the stream into a bit of a talk show talking about PvP. But we'll just call it here. I think next week we'll just do EU. I don't know if we'll come back to NA. At some point, hopefully we will. But I think next week we'll definitely do Friday EU, maybe Saturday EU again. And we'll see how it goes. We play it by ear, right? NA is a little bit harder to get groups together. But at least we had games. At least we had a lot of fun. We saw Azrael popping off. Is it Azrael? Az popping off. Well, it's two Azes, actually. The Mage popping off on fire. Absolutely doing great. I'm taking a month off. Peace. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Probably, honestly, dude, with Oblivion and Expedition 33, there's way too many games to play out there outside of WoW. So honestly, it would be great time to just like play something else, honestly. I've been trying to find some time to play some Oblivion. I want to play Expedition too. Have a good weekend. You guys also have a good one. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the EU duels at the very least. Maybe we'll get NA duels next week. Who knows? Once we get enough bodies, maybe it'll be a little bit easier. Going hard on Oblivion? Yeah, dude, I want to play it. I want to play it because that was my childhood, dude. That game was so good. That game was so good. You guys have a wonderful one. Thanks so much for watching. Hope all of you enjoyed. I'll catch all of you next time. Alrighty, boys. Peace.